Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. Darmo, Jacob, what's going on, you all? Hey, visited family in Egypt? That sounds like a great time, dude. Appreciate you stopping in. Hope everything's going well out there. I really want to go to Egypt one day. I'm going to have to try to make that happen. Looking forward to it. Hope you're having a nice time. What's going on, Jacob? Hey, you hoping to catch me? Awesome, dude. You're here. Right on time. Whoops. I had Rogue Trader open because I was looking at some stuff from that earlier, but that's not what we're going to be playing for this live stream. So let me spin up the correct game and then share screen so we can get it popping. I really enjoyed our last session, but the vast majority of what we did was content that we had already seen in the demo. So now this stream will strictly be stuff we haven't encountered before, and hopefully I get at least one summon or at least something necromancy related so that I start feeling like a true necromancer. Now, oh, yep, this is right. It's weird that they don't just have a continue button for you. It goes new game, load game. All right, it's fine. Jovi, what's up, dude? What's up, Baras? How are you all? You must, but in J in February, not July. It's an oven here. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Thanks for the call out. I'll be sure to keep that in mind. So in our last stream, we got through Act 1, or I guess the game considers it to be Act 2. Well, I don't know why, because when I go to the load game, it says chapter 3, but I felt like we only went through 2 chapters, but I guess maybe it considers character creation a chapter in and of itself. I don't know. But we got, you know what it is? The chapter 1 is actually getting to your house and finding out about what your family is going through. Then chapter 2 is when you get to the city and you figure out what job you're going to do. Now we're in chapter 3. We have narrowed down that we are going to be working in academia, and I've received a book that has the recipe for a potion I can use to help make my mother feel better, but I have no idea how to create that potion. And so I'm hoping somewhere here in the academy is a book that will assist me. That's where we left off. Shadowstar, what's up, dude? How are you, man? It's been a long day, but now I'm relaxing. Awesome, dude. Hope it was a long but at least productive day. So with that, let's see. I've seen lots of books and a couple of people. Oh, there's Diedrich here. So let's see. I don't think we spoke to Ibrahim. Oh, head librarian. The head librarian was a tall, thin man, clearly from the Ottoman Empire. He was an older gentleman, but his gaze was still sharp. As I approached him, he watched me as an eagle eyeing prey. Uh-oh.
An awestruck child, yes? I am, of course, sorry for your loss.
Jeff, what's up, dude? Just got off work, awesome.
But I am sure you did not come here for my condolences, yes?
There is such a large variety of voices in this game. It's kind of crazy. Did you know my father? He seems to have become interested in research in his later years, and I thought perhaps he'd have come here from time to time.
I had dealings with him, yes. Largely, I left him to his work.
What was his work? Do you have a record of the books he studied?
We only record books that are borrowed, not those read here. We do not have the information you seek.
I came to thank you for the support you've given my friend Diedrich over the years.
Unrequired. He works hard. I respect that. I have use for it. He has earned anything he has received from me.
I'm looking for a book on languages, old, rare ones. I would need more information, of course. What is the language? I don't know the name. You have perhaps some writing to show me? I showed him the book. I reached my hand to the tome, but my gut twisted. I felt the room close in around me. A strange look come over Ibrahim's face, and it's as if he grew taller and loomed over me, a hunger in his eyes. His hands reached out, his fingers stretching out towards me. The exits were further now than when I entered, and the light of outside was gone. Those doors lead only to darkness. I managed to pull my hand away from the book. The room returned to normal. Ibrahim looked patiently for a response. I don't have a sample. His eyes narrowed. A challenge? What language family are you interested in? Fascinating. So they're like, you cannot allow anybody else to view your father's spell book, which probably makes sense, but I think that scene was super, super cool. Narratively, this game is amazing, but to be honest with you, we've been so long just experiencing the narrative, I'm starting to feel like combat in this game probably isn't all that good. We'll see though. I got a lot done. It was an audit day at my job. Ooh, had to go through the entire warehouse of medical supplies. Yikes, is the audit finished now? What's up, beautiful? What is this game? It's called The Necromancer's Tale. It's definitely a narrative-heavy game, similar to Disco Elysium, where it's really all about characters and interaction and story. It seems light on combat. I've live streamed about 5 to 6 hours of this game so far, and I only fought once, and it was a very brief fight. So it's definitely focused on the narrative, but it's basically about your father has been assassinated, and he was known as a powerful necromancer who actually went to war with other necromancers nearby. In fact, I guess they just had a major war against a lich recently, and so you have to piece together exactly how he died, probably try to pull together some of his necromancy abilities as well, and fight back against whatever group this is that has besieged your family. Emerick, what's up, dude? My day is going fine. How about you? I confess, I am feeling more foolish at each question. I think what I seek is something esoteric in nature. Would that narrow the search? Well now, the books you seek are restricted. I do not know you. These books are not for just anyone. Well, he should know me. I just started working at the academy. Can I perhaps earn your trust? Spend 2 skill points to convince him to give you access to his library. Spend 0 skill points to try a different approach. You should not have access to them. For this, I am not sorry. It is just the way of things. I was going to have to earn this man's trust to find another way to access those books. If necessary, I could break in at night. I'm not breaking in at night. We'll figure something else out. Doing good. Short work day. Kind of nice for once. Hey, that's awesome. This reminds me of a video Mr. Welsh did on wanting to see more good necromancers. How does this game rank in that regard? I don't consider myself a necromancer yet because I don't have any spells whatsoever as of right now. So everything has just been about developing my character. Because you find out that your father's dead, and then you've got to piece everything together. So at the end of the last stream, I got possession of my father's spell book, but I can't read anything in it. And the first thing I'm trying to read is a potion for my mother. So it'll be interesting to see, once I have full access to all my necromancy abilities, how much ability does the game provide you to play with whatever disposition you want. I don't know if being evil is even an option here. Like, I don't remember getting any options that I felt like were flat out evil. It's done. Nice. We had to send tons of expired stuff for destruction. Ah, that's unfortunate, but at least you got through it. Mr. Wells. Yep, no problem. All right, that's Ibrahim. That's Tomas. And then my friend Diedrich is here somewhere as well, right? Once per chapter, you should ask Lucas what work he's doing. Afterwards, ask him for pay. Nice. Okay. I approached Diedrich with a smirk as he stacked books upon a shelf. Hello again, dear Diedrich. Constantine, find anything that took your fancy or still looking? Gotta ask you about the city. It's been years since I've been back and I'm a little disoriented. Of course, what do you want to know? Do you know where the herbalist is? I already got that. He performed my father's autopsy. Where might I find the undertaker? Okay, works tirelessly. Do you know where the herbalist lives? I need some herbs for the house. Let's talk about something else. What of the old library? Oh, Madame Katak stayed there after retiring. She converted it into a home. What's up, Shulker? This part was in the demo, but the lag does make it a slog to complete. Yeah, so I skipped over that. I didn't completely finish the demo, I don't think. That's that we are broken. Our mom's mind is failing. We'll soon need a necromancer, our hopes and will to live. What's up, Bitterlin? So you spend skill points to get through some challenging situations, like spy out this librarian, if you don't have enough points in order to be able to do it yourself. So let's see. Well, they won't let me bring it up, but as soon as we're done with this conversation, I'll show you my character sheet. Run into a home. There's a side irony there, I think. She could give up the freedom of the books, but not the prison that was those four walls. I think she's happy there, I think. Yeah, sorry. I get a tad melancholy there. All the business with my father has my head very muddled. I keep actively forgetting, but there's a heaviness, a hollowness in my mind that just has me off. Understandable, of course. What else goes on here? This library doesn't take up the entire building. No, Shadowstar, this game has been fully released. It does not. Since there's no university here, this building acts as the closest thing. There are lab spaces that can be awarded with grants, as well as lecture halls and so on. Many people refer to it as the Academy, though it has no formal recognition. Interesting. I'd very much like to tour the place sometime. I'm sure something can be arranged. The collection has grown since I was here last. Ibrahim used to be a diplomat. He traveled the world and gathered quite the collection, but also contacts. With the money your uncle allocated, Ibrahim was able to reach out to his connections and get a wide selection at good prices. He loaned his own books to us too, so we ended up with a good spread, that's true. Something for everyone? I'd say so. Trashy romance novels to tomes of science to, well, odder texts he keeps locked away. We've yet to send somebody away empty-handed. The head librarian, he's new to me anyway. He's been here since the place opened. The old librarian, well, she took the relocation and expansion as a cue it was time to retire. I don't really know how Ibrahim ended up in the post, but I know he'd been here during his time as a diplomat. Perhaps he got to know your uncle then. However it happened, he retired from his life as a diplomat and moved here with his wife. Tell me, how long have you been working here? Well, the Queen visited in 1726 and decreed we needed a facility to support the nation's drive for enlightenment. Rumors are that she'd been sending orders for such to the Baron for a while and he'd found excuses, which is why she came. Still, he refused to establish a university and only enacted her will in the lightest of ways. What's up, Anthrax? How are you, dude? Anthrax Snuggle is a crazy name. That is wild. Masobel, what's going on? DJ looks like a ripe sacrificial lamb. Stop it. I actually have no idea if I'm going to be an evil or good aligned necromancer. It depends on what the game presents me with. We'll see. We'll see. What's up, Alexis? Never heard of this? Hey, it's my pleasure to introduce new things. So now we have an academy, a sort of learning facility, instead of a full-on university. And I gather the Queen's ire, too. What do you mean, excuses? Well, he didn't want a university here. You know your uncle. So see, I already have 2 points in investigate. So it says spend 0 skill points to explore this further. I could just do it straight up. Not well enough, tell me more. He's never been a fan of progress, academic progress anyway, blames the events of 1708 and the Lich War on people's eagerness to dive into the fabric of God's universe and pull it apart. The man loves a good bit of military hardware though, each to their own and all that. I'm seeking a book to help me read an old language for a research project. Perhaps you can help? I'm not really an expert on old books, Constantine. The head librarian, Ibrahim, should be able to help though. He's around here somewhere. All right, so he can't help with this. All right, talk soon. Cool, let's do a quick save. What up, Brian? How are you? Yeah, so if I go to the character sheet, you'll see I have 0 in strength and agility and only 2 in constitution. So let's say like there's a skill check that requires 5 points in agility. I have this skill pool, and this skill pool refreshes at the beginning of every chapter, and I can use it to make up for points I don't have. So if there's like a strength check that requires 3, I can take 3 points out of my skill pool and use it. But otherwise, you see I'm all about the mental stats. So anytime a mental stat comes up, as long as it's below 7, I won't have to spend any points from my skill pool in order to be able to pass it. Now, it seems like this is the type of game where you can use your skill points to get a faster way of completing quests, but it's not necessarily the only way of completing quests, right? So like in this recent example, when I said, no, I'm not gonna do that, the game said, well, maybe you can get his trust, or maybe you can break in at night, right? So it's not the end all be all for whether or not you could do certain things. Like it's coming on to you, stop it. I missed much of the early game. Is the setting more or less real history or an alternate reality? Both. It is based somewhat on real history, but it's a history in which these 2 countries were at war. Your father found made a deal to get a necromancy book and raised an army of the dead in order to save this particular country. So I think we're in Venus, if I remember correctly. The city of Mans. Yeah, I think we're supposed to be somewhere in Venus. So there are some real world aspects to this game, but it's definitely their own version of history. The plaque read Saint Donatus of Arizona. So there's been a couple of references to like real world books and things of that nature as well. Nothing in here. Okay, but there is something in there. This appeared to be a storeroom. Various curios lay about, many caked in layers of dust. I wonder if there's such a thing as recipes here. Leather gloves, pestle and mortar. Okay, that seems like something that'll probably be useful at some point. Nope. And I can't get out there. Okay.
Hello, dear cousin.
Ooh, there's Lucas. I was wondering where he is. $1,700, but there's magic basically. Yep. Prodigal has the right of it. Venus. My bad. South of the mountains, Ralston is riven by several rivers and lakes. What's riven mean? It means to split or tear apart, usually violently, but in this case, why not just say split then, eh? The other orphans burst into giggles. Lucas's smile was patient, but clearly tired. Ah, Constantine, what wonderful timing. I was teaching the children about the geography of our beautiful country, but I'm afraid I've lost their attention. Perhaps their other teacher can get it back? I would be happy to try, cousin. The south of Ralston is the mighty Adriatic Sea. How about you start your lesson there? I decided to make a joke? Maybe. The Adriatic is big, wet, and stinky. Can you tell me what else is big, wet, and stinky, children? Robin brought her hand to her mouth to make an impressively wet fart noise. Oh my, Lucas, what did you have for breakfast? Wow. Kids trust increased. Nice. The children giggled helplessly. And I decreased trust with educated and gentry. Yeah, it is what it is. Perhaps you should move on. Perhaps you have a story to share about the Adriatic. I decided to tell an impressive story. Oh, I would have to spend 3 skill points to do that. You did the joke option? Nice. Yeah, the Gentry can't take a joke. What's up, 3? How are you, dude? Why use ring when you can let a little something called poetry, my friend? Exactly. The kids have no appreciation for poetic flair yet. I am tired of always feeling hesitant about spending these damn points. I'm pretty sure I ended the last chapter with points left over. And this is my job. I want to be good at my job. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and spend them. A merchant I once knew was returning to Ruston from the Levant, his ship weighed down with silk and gold, so much of it that the water almost spilled onto the deck. As they passed the mouth of the Adriatic, they were so low that they struck something in the deep. The ship began to shake, like some massive creature was rubbing its thick hide against the bottom of the boat. The crew insisted they raise all sails so they might outrun it. The children were silent, completely enraptured. They raced and raced, nearly crashing into the dock when they arrived in Marnes. The crew spilled off the ship, climbing over each other to reach land first. The merchant insisted they were imagining things. But when the dock crews inspected the hull the next day, they found a handful of scales embedded in the hull, each as big as my hand. To this day, that merchant is careful not to let his ship dig too deep when entering the Adriatic, for fear of disturbing what slumbers there. The children erupted with questions immediately. Now, children, indoor voices, please. You are still in class. Nice, I made up for what I lost. Good social investment. All those kids think you're a cool guy when they're in a position of power in 25 years. There we go. Thank you for that informative lesson. I think it really sucked. Nick, what? You think you just come in here and I'm supposed to like him because his dad died? Whoa! That's cray-cray. Oi, Nick, that's enough. He's just some dumb rich kid with a drunk dead dad and a loony mom who'll be better off joining him. Yo! The room got very quiet as no one seemed to know what to say. I physically disciplined the boy. Damn. I showed empathy and tried to talk to Nick. Those are some very strong words, Nick. Why did you choose those words to describe my parents? I heard someone say it. I see. What did you think of that person when you heard it? I thought they were mean. I agree. Do you want to be a mean person, Nick? No. Me neither. But when I do something mean without intending to, there's something I have to do. Do you know what that is? Say sorry. That's right. I'm sorry, Mr. Constantine. Thank you, Nick. I forgive you. Oh, look at that. You would think I was actually good at all these conversation skill checks. I was worried I was going to have a check here. No idea what's going on, but I'm here and I'm happy. Nice, but also mortified. I switched from the surgeon to the money bank because the background question was pissing me off in Rapskillian. What a brat. I see we found our first zombie. Throw hands at Nick. And no child laws in the 18th century. Nah. I'm gonna teach Nick a little bit of empathy. It's okay. Thank you, Mr. Constantine. And look at that. All the kids trust me even more now. I am getting kids trust left and right. I patted Nick's shoulder and stood up. When I took a step back, Lucas did the same to me. Well done, Constantine. And look, I'm real good at this job. Really good at this job. I noticed Robin glaring down at her desk. As the leader of the little troop, I thought it might be because she was used to Nick listening to her and didn't like that he hadn't. Lucas nodded at me in appreciation and then gestured for me to continue teaching for the morning. The rest of the morning passed as slowly for me as it did for the children. Still, I taught with patience and I felt that they learned something. Lovely. That was super cool. Super cool. What I wanted was I'm going to write your name in my next minion list. You wanted me to go Death Note on them? Come on now. Isaac Newton discovers the refraction of light. The great scientist who I had visited in England just shortly before his death in 1727. He was depicted here as a younger man, but I could see the likeness. Yeah, I forgot who it was. Jeff, you asked if it was based in the real world. So you see, Isaac Newton is actually someone that I met, and it includes some of his history as far as the research that he started to do towards the end of his life into alchemy and death. And so he was terrified of me because he could take one look at me and tell that I was a necromancer or related to aspects of necromancy magic. If the kids start acting up, just send them to the coal mines. Amongst the books here was some that provided language instruction: Germanic, Slavic, even Latin. Ghost, what's up, man? Appreciate it, dude. Always good to see you. My academic studies over the last few years have touched on each of these languages to a greater or lesser extent. I saw nothing of any more arcane languages here, however. Oh, this is the map I was talking about. So yeah, Republic, this is what makes me say we're in Venice. So Republic of Venice, and we're in Marnes right now. Elstrick is our last name, so this is our castle. And then I haven't been to any of these other areas yet. So I'm not sure how long this game actually is. When I looked online, people said it was 20 to 50 hours depending on how much you do. So there you go. What for until you reach back to the Shurjan? No, I'm going to play Mountebank, but now they're having a launch party Rapskillion next. Sounds like the usual type of crazy situation you get into, Threed. Let me talk to Lucas.
What can I do for you, dear cousin?
What's to ask you about my father's funeral?
Of course,
we already
sure the
did.
Shroud had ill intentions towards your father. He has feared them gravely since the war. Obsessively so.
I tried to speak with him, but his gates are closed, even to me. Yes, me too. He is deep in grief, cousin. Give him a few days. I'm not sure you knew this, but grandfather died when your father was but a baby. My father was a teenager, and as I understand it, took a large role in the rearing of Zelig. I think the nature of your father's death made him feel like he had personally failed him, not seen it coming and been there for him. I'm sure you understand. Okay, nothing else on that topic. What work needs doing today? Why, you've already done it, cousin. You can only work for pay once per chapter. You've already done so in the current chapter. Okay, fine. I press spacebar. I acknowledge it. I'd like to collect my pay. Yes, indeed. 4 crowns? That's it? I get 4 flipping crowns? Oh, that is not a whole heck of a lot. All right, I can't talk to any of the kids, so I can't find out why Robin is so upset. So far in my playthrough, the Gentry hates me. And apparently hitting on a married baroness was not a good look. Uh-oh, well, thanks for the warning. That's probably something I would have done. But now that I think about it, what's this plus and minus? Oh, okay, you can change the size of it. Oh, and then inventory. How do I see my, how do I see my reputation with the different groups? Is that even possible? It's like $1 an hour. What's up, David? I'm not particularly pleased. Feel like I should have got a little bit more, especially working with them little kids, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll work with it. We already read all those. Okay, so looks like, oh, here we go. Hold on. There was, here we are. I want to answer. Told you. What's up, Tobias? Go to info? Oh, okay. Interesting. Once I get out of this conversation, I'll look for it. The city library was vast with books on all manner of topics. There were too many books to search. I would die of old age before I found what I needed. All right, info. Aha. Oh, so these are my actual ranks. I thought that I thought this was just like what's it called? Like a glossary or instructions or whatever, and these numbers were randomly chosen. Okay, so I have high with workers, educated and outsiders, neutral, quite trusted with the military. I don't know how I got there. A lot with kids. I only got a 0. I got a 0 on Gentry? That doesn't seem right. Seems like I should have more on Gentry. Trust in the city is neutral as well. So most people are not all that high on me. Current overall tension in the city is calm. With care, they behave differently towards you. If your trust drops too low, you're about to town hall to face criminal charges. You could be lynched by the townsfolk. Damn! Characters belong to trust groups. What you do or say to a character may affect how all characters in a trust group view you. This represents the effect of gossip. A further thing to consider is tension. This represents the overall level of concern and suspicion in the city due to crimes which are known about but which have not actually been pinned on you directly. Tensions increase when, for example, townsfolk are murdered or go missing. When tension is high, you will see more guard patrols. A high level of suspicion also means that trust hits due to things which you are witness doing are more punishing. Wow, that is a very interesting system. Very, very interesting. Appreciate how Slater will often play evil characters in heroic games, but now that he's explicitly playing the bad guy, he's all Barney the dinosaur. Hey, look, I like making sure that I'm always providing you all with unique content. All right, everybody's playing the Necromancer game is probably going all in on violence and evil and necromancer. No. All right, we're gonna be a nice, gentle lich. I provide you all with something a little bit different. What's up, Octavius? How are you? I love you, you love me. Let's grab the crowd-counted undead Barney. Exactly. Oh, you saw Superman last night. Solid 7.6? It has his gun, but I think he kept it a little more clean for the core character. Awesome. Okay. How do you get Gentry to -28? That's insane. The man did not notice me as I approached. He held a book filled with drawings of nude figures poised. I coughed. Sir, I'm not interrupting anything, am I? He snapped the book shut. No, I was just... Happens to the best of us. I had a similar book at school. It's easy to get distracted. Yeah, I wasn't. You were admiring art. Yeah, that's it. Good day, sir. Maybe we need again when you're not in the middle of jerking off. What is going? Oh, that's a beam that I was walking into. All right. There's something on the back over there. I've already spoken with the 3 of them. So how in the hell am I supposed to get this guy's trust? It made it seem like there was a way to do it, but I'm not being presented with a quest. I thought I would get like an alternate task or something. Going all in and protecting the kids. The rest of them can suck an egg, but the kids will be protected and heavily armed. Talking bad shit about the Gentry to the Gentry. Oh, yeah, I think I'm going to avoid that probably. Honestly, I feel like the well-meaning but ultimately slippery slope Necromancer is a much more interesting proposition than the Eagle Palpatine. Yep, I agree. He might still end up being an evil guy. I haven't decided, but in the start at least, he's gonna have the very best of intentions. I just want to save my family, man. I just want my mama to be okay. All right, that's it. I'm just trying to be the best son I can possibly be. Oh wait, we never got a marker for that. Come on, hurry up. Oh, that's the map. Okay, another way to view the map. Ibrahim talked about chicken. I should not be eating during that scene.
Good day.
Hey, you can't ever be sure when you watch one of my streams, dude. Should have been a willpower check to just look him in the eyes. About that book, restricted. They're gonna force me to spend 2 points, and that's all I got left. All right, fine. Spend two skill points to convince her to give you access to his library. Perhaps we can arrange a trade. What had you in mind? You seek knowledge, yes? I also seek knowledge. Find me something I don't have or don't know, and perhaps then we will work something out, yes? I had little idea what might interest him, but I can ask Diedrich. Or perhaps I can simply break it after dark. No, not after we already just, yeah, I know I can advance time, but it's shoddy. We're not evil at this time, so I'm not gonna break into the damn library. No, I'm gonna do things in the up and up way because I'm a good, upstanding citizen. And so is he, and I'm gonna treat him with the proper respect.
Hello.
You running Emerick, the gentle necromancer? Basically, that's what I should have called him. Should have called him Emerick. I was trying to figure out at the beginning of this game who are some really cool necromancers that I know. We settled on Constantine. Even though he's not really a necromancer, I felt like it fit. But Emerick would have been a great choice too. Diedrich, I seek access to Ibrahim's restricted library. He said he would facilitate me if I could trade him something of equal interest, but I do not know the man nor his interests. Perhaps you could guide me. Let me think. Oh, I know. There's a tarot reader in the market. I think she's from Homeland or something. He came back the other day angry that she wouldn't sell him a scroll. Not sure what it was, but if you should get that for him, he'd be happy, no doubt. Once again, my dear friend, you have come to my aid. I'll go see this woman right away. She's at the market, you say? She is. You'll know her by her tent. It's unlike any other stall there. Godspeed, Constantine. All right, let's go. I wonder if telling on that guy would have gained us some trust. Oh, that's a damn good question. But you know what? I already committed to him that I wasn't gonna rat him out. And I'm not gonna go back on that just because now all of a sudden I see a way in which it could be a benefit to me. A permanent looking gallows. This had not been here before to my recollection. Okay, I was like, did I miss this yesterday? Do not ask for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee. Hey, put that gallows up in case you start acting up. I'm gonna take a wild guess that you're the one I'm looking for. Let's see. Find scroll. Constantine has some necromancy. Nice. So it's not off then. I really hate that I have to double save. This is getting a little annoying. Boom, no. Constantine ain't no snitch. I agree.
Your cards, I will not read.
Uh-oh. And why, pray tell, is that?
Your future is not set, and yet I see that you will seek the wood of the devil.
That sounds terrible. I'm seeking the devil's wood? Wow. What can you tell me about it?
Its bark carries occult properties. Through it, men commune with their lord from beyond.
I left the woman to her ramblings. Interesting.
Your cards, I will not read.
I did not come here for a card reading. No, you seek something I have. Yes, a scroll for the librarian. May I have it? Do you know what the scroll contains? I do not. Do you wish to? I care more for why you wouldn't sell it to him. Because it is dangerous for him to have. I felt like she would part with the scroll. I just needed to find out how to get her to do so. Ooh, acuity. Spend 0 skill points to understand her drive. She was a mystic, a believer in tarot and palm readings. To her, the paths are set. I just had to let her know this was predestined. Please, you can entrust the scroll to me. I think you know that to be true. This is the way things are meant to unfold. Perhaps I do want rid of this thing, and somehow I knew you were the one who would take it. I urge you not to pass it to the librarian, but if that too is destined, then it's not for me to interfere. here. I
Your
wish.
cards, I will not read.
Okay, I guess I did that a little too quickly because we never got a real understanding about why she didn't want to give it up. Choked on my chicken again. Hey, look. I can only be me. Seeking the devil's wood is only weird if you make it weird. Stop it. So supposedly this game has multiple endings based on what decision you make. I wonder if this is a ending that'll play it to, if this is a decision that plays it to the ending. About that knowledge share. Yes, you have something for me, perhaps? Despite my earlier vision, oh! I could still show him the book. Oh, and I have a well-crafted telescope that might interest you. I held out the telescope I had found in my father's storeroom. Abraham looked over it approvingly. Why, yes, this is of great interest to me. Thank you, Constantine. We have a deal. Oh, I already have what I needed to get him to agree. So that means now I have this special scroll and I can hold on to it for myself and not have to worry about if I'm leading him down an evil path. Boom, boom. Then Abraham took me to a section hidden away at the back. He pulled out a handful of books and showed them to me. One had the same scripts as my own tome, an old relic from the Zoroastrian faith. The script was called Zend, and it was going to help me cure my mother. Might I borrow this a while? The old man stroked his beard for a moment and stared at me as if to read my soul. Perhaps you will share your findings someday, yes? He nodded then, and I was free to take the cipher. I had found a cipher from my father's tome. It was probably best to do this work somewhere safe. Perhaps my father's study? Booyah! Man, you are picking every choice I picked. Sorry, Master Bill. Hope that doesn't make it boring for you, dude. I feel like showing the book is a bad idea. I agree, which is why I decided not to do it. What's up, Wings? This is why he should show the book. Funnily enough, there's at least one other place you get a translation to other than the school. Supposedly you could go to the cathedral, which I went by there and he was like, nah, but I didn't investigate that much more, so I don't know. That's probably another place I could have snuck in at night and tried to get it. Oh, I need nightshade flowers. As you search the rocky canyon past the red brick chapel and ruined church beyond the dead man's gate. Why do I need nightshade flowers though? The game never explained that really. All right, here, let's do that. And then what happens if I go beyond the gate?
Don't sneak up on me like that.
Is the gate closed?
Of course.
Oh, it's still closed.
It's always closed. Unless, it's open.
Thanks for your
You're
time.
leaving. Are you sure you don't want
All
to stick around?
Nothing
until
we
my
can
shift
do
is
there,
over?
and we have no other quests, so let's go ahead and head back home and go to my father's study so that we can try to figure out if it's possible to create this potion. I believe that his study was upstairs. I wonder if, what's his name still there? What is the problem? Here we go. Where is the study? Oh, it's back over here. Here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. To decipher torpor while in your father's office, drag the cipher and spellbook into the 2 combined slots in your inventory. Okay. It's not letting me press escape. There we go. Nah, don't trust him. In video games, TTRPGs, I will always urge you to be the worst kind of person you can be. Hey, that'll be useful when we play Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. I'll probably do that as a more evil kind of guy. All right. This, let's do potion recipe. And then save again. Unfortunately, we gotta keep doing this. Save new. Potion recipe 2. All right. Game is definitely running smoother than the demo. I 100% agree. Wings, I'm enjoying the game thoroughly. It is narrative heavy, right? I've played 6, maybe 7 hours of it. We've only fought once, and that was really more so like half a fight. It wasn't even a real fight. So this is not a game that you come to for a lot of bang bang shoot 'em up, but if you want a great narrative, great story, so far I feel like this game has been working out very, very well. And yeah, definitely it's clear they've put in a lot of effort to this game since the time of the demo. Nightshade is just classic evil magic stuff. It's also tomatoes, so you know it's some evil shit. What? Oh, do I need to put it in? Oh, do I need to put it here? Oh, okay. I had the book I needed to make sense of the strange old tome Albert had given to me. I got to work immediately. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Decipher the first ritual, huh? As I studied the book, it became clear to me it was written in many inks, in many languages, on papers of various ages. The majority of the recipe, and a few other scatterings throughout the book, was written in Zend, the language I was now equipped to slowly translate. But if I wanted to understand anything else from this book, I would need to source further ciphers. But for now, I carried on with the task at hand. Yep, I definitely recommend you check it out, Jacob. Whoa. That was interesting, okay. You know what, now that I think about it, the character who was in that frame there looked like it almost exactly matched the portrait I was given. So I wonder if that person changes based on what job you chose during character creation. Likewise, I generally find the game disconcerting in a very good way. Can't help feel like I'm going to do something really bad. Yeah, I feel like we could easily be watching like a Breaking Bad type of situation where the guy appears to be good, but really he's slowly becoming a villain. So far, I'd say it's worth it. Nice, nice. Yeah, I've been enjoying the ride. I translated everything from Zen. The recipe did not seem overly complex, though I would need to find out more about the Nightshade flower. The first page of a ritual described later in the book, Seance, was also partially in Zen. I would need more work to understand its full detail, though. So, what's next then? I need to follow the instructions in the book and brew some torpor potion to help my mother sleep. The recipe involves boiling nightshade flowers in grease. I must also infuse a cloth with lavender and wear it as a face mask to protect myself when boiling the flowers. Okay. So wait, don't I have a seance book though? Seance is for the living, which appear to... I carefully poured through the pages in the old tome and eventually found one which partially matched the key outline in the Seances for the Living book. Seances for the Living, we found it in this study in the first act, and I had remembered that name. It was a ritual entitled Seance, which I had already partially deciphered from Zen. I could now understand the whole process. So I guess that means I have now translated a second ritual, which I don't quite need yet to use. Now I have cloth and I have lavender. So can I just combine those two? Is that how it works? I crushed the lavender into the cloth. Okay, now I have a cloth infused with lavender that I can use as a face mask when I'm ready. And the other part, they said I needed to do what? I need to boil nightshade flowers in grease. Okay, and let me just check. I assume I do not already have nightshade, right? Yeah, this is lavender. It's a party dress, and old boy asked me not to sell anything of my mother's. This is grease. Okay, so I need to get the Nightshade, and that's beyond a gate that at least the last time I looked at it was locked. Let's find out if it's still locked. What's up, Silver? How are you? I'm guessing this is PC only. I'm sadly still an Xbox troglodyte. Good question. I'm not sure. I know it's on Steam, but I don't know if it's only on Steam. Where is old boy? Because I'm wondering if he has some Nightshade around here somewhere.
Can
Here
I
we
help
go.
you, my lord?
Household finances? No, we don't need to talk about household finances. All right, so no, he can't help at all. So let's just go here. Oh, I wonder if the herbalist can help though. So let's go visit the herbalist first. He was still at his house, right? Yep. He was over here. Yep. Can I buy herbs from you? Have you heard of an herb called Senegalia Senegal? What am I now? Your tutor? No, never heard of it. Go and play your little game somewhere else. Oh, wow. All right. And I can't buy anything from you. Interesting. Who's running your herbalist store while you're away, dude? I can't pick any herbs outside of there either. Yeah, okay. Let's go back to Dead Man's Gate.
Don't sneak
Is
up
the
on
day
me.
closed?
Of course.
It's always closed unless you know it's open. I mean, sometimes we'll order to open it, but right now,
sometimes we're ordering
well,
to
I
open
need to go out. Can you open it for me?
Now, open the gate. No, I can't do that. It's locked. Don't you know what's out there?
Consume his soul. How rude of him. You saw a garden somewhere? Yeah, but it doesn't allow you to pick anything up. You can also open the spell book. It has instructions. Okay, I have to check it. I think this is actually it. Right, yeah, it doesn't let you pick anything up. So Silver. If I wanted to get out, I'd have to assure him I was going to be safe out there. Perhaps I could scare him with the book. Maybe there's something I could do for you to help you feel more safe. I know I'm safe here. It's just my nerves. Perhaps you should give me a drink to help with those, something to take the edge off. Here, take this bottle of port. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. This should do the trick. Here, I'll open the gate for you. Just be careful out there. Oh, this is interesting. What time is it? So where do I... So it's morning time right now. Interesting. It doesn't look like morning time, but okay. It looks like dawn, if nothing else. All right. So we're about to go outside. What up, Billy? Yeah, I'm still feeling good about this game for sure. Head out. Oh, man. And then, yep, save new. Man, this is annoying. And man, gate 2. There we go. All right. Now one of you said you could open up the book. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's kind of cool. Torpor. For arresting thine enemies. To effect the spell, intone the unholy words, and while throwing nightshade grease on the target's face. That can't be right. The concoction may be mixed later into your target's drink or in their food. Decant into a jar to form a potion. Place a pot of grease on the stove and add nightshade flowers. Heat gently and stir occasionally. After an hour, pour into a linen bag and squeeze the grease through. The deadly nightshade found in wooded areas near places of death is named for its waxy purple flowers, which only bloom at night. It should be carefully handled and prepared, for it is poisonous to touch or inhale. During preparation of the salve, bind your face, mouth, and nose tightly with a lavender-scented cloth to counteract the effects of the nightshade fumes. Fascinating. What does Seance do? This is really cool. This ritual brings a dead spirit forward to converse with a witness through the body of the sorcerer. The ritual must be undertaken at the final resting place of the deceased. I could use this to talk to my damn father? A wood fire should be lit up on the spot and Senegal burned on the flames. I don't have that. A personal burial then should be held aloft. A circle of candles should be placed without. Together, the witness and the sorcerer must join hands and speak these words. Our beloved, name of the spirit, we bring you gifts from the life unto death. Commune with us, name of the spirit, and move among us. When finished, the witness should tell the spirit to go in peace, break the circle of hands, and extinguish the candles. This is super cool. Super cool. I'm definitely with it. Definitely with it. I recognize a police shakedown when I see one. All right, this is our first time heading out. We'll see how it goes. Passing through the Dead Man's Gate, I can see the chapel ahead, a place where our recently deceased reposed before cremation. Facing the chapel was the city's main cemetery. It was safe enough to visit here by day, but it was patrolled by ghouls at night. They came skulking out of the crypts and nearby caves to prey on the unwary. I had never traveled much further from Marnes in this direction, though I knew the southern forest was quite sparse and that the landscape soon broke up into a series of gullies and canyons as it neared the sea. You know my witness is going to mess up? Stop it. My witness is going to be just fine. As a child, I was mortally afraid of this creepy old statue. But one day my friends Flip and Sophia decorated it with garlands of spring flowers and suddenly it lost its menace. All right, what's going on over here? Damn, how? I don't like that change in music. What's going on? Where am I? All right, this should all be closed in. Why am I getting this creepy music? Oh, here we go. I saw something. Fire root. I took fire root. Oh, does this not end? South, Eastern Forest. Okay, so I guess from here, it's not actually enclosed, so you can go out. And yeah, I don't know if I'm ready to do that. The city's old lime kiln had been repurposed to suit our new funerary practice. Now it's used for cremations. Ooh. Feel like they make your mom the witness or Diedrich. What does this game remind you of? What's up, Nathan? Disco Elysium. Dead Man's Chapel. Why won't it let me fill up any of my vessels? I do not have a vessel to hand in to fill with holy water. How? This bowl is empty, this bucket is empty. I'm confused. How can I not fill it up with holy water? Why? You don't know where are you in the forest, baby? Get ready to die? Stop it. How fun and deep are the combat mechanics? It's been 7 hours and I haven't fought once. Took some firewood from the pile. I'll take that. Okay. Purple bloom. Although this plant looks similar to Nightshade, it was in the wrong place. My research had indicated that I should seek the deadly petals in a small rocky canyon to the south of the red brick chapel, which I had passed on the way to the cemetery. Oh. All right, I should also not expect to fight the right plant until nighttime, as apparently Nightshade only blooms at night. Well, ain't this about a bitch? I do not want to be around here at night at all. Our family crypt, where my father's ashes have been laid. Also surely home to many ghoul. Okay. Well, yeah. At some point I'll go here. I just don't have a good way to get through combat. And so that's like my main concern. I'm not even holding a weapon right now. In fact, now that I think about it. Explosions, 2. So I can shoot it for 2 action points, but it takes 8 action points to reload it. What is this? Oh, that's the fire root. Okay. Here, this. Wait, no, that, and then that. Okay. Well, shoot with a musket when need be. All right, let's go here. Maybe that's a good thing since you didn't build around combat, I guess. So wait, it said south. So this is supposed to be south. Head this way. You have to equip him in your hand. Yep, I did it. You know, I really wish I could play Disco Elysium again for the first time. It was an amazing experience. Equip the item you want to fill first in a hand. Oh, is that the way that works? Oh, it has to be in your hand in order for you to use it to fill something up. So here, hold on. Let me put the bucket in the hand, take out my metal, which isn't doing anything right now since I don't even have. Oh, and look at that. I got a bucket of holy water. Some of yeah, I'm gonna get a jar of holy water too. Thank you. Fill the jar with holy water. That's a tad bit goofy, but it's okay. It's all right. I'll accept it. Mana boost. And does the metal do anything? Military medal of my father's, you know, and I'm just holding on that because it just makes me feel good. Makes me feel good. It makes me feel like my father's close when I'm going up against all these ridiculous ghouls. All right, let's go. Appreciate that, Wings. All right, they said go south, and then they also said we have to advance time. You must be inside your house or within the city limits to advance time. Oh, okay. Well then, I will take off my gun and go back within city limits. And then I wish to advance time. Now it's what, afternoon? Yes, it is. And now it's evening. Does it need to be evening or flat out night? Nightshade. What was it that was telling me, hey, this is when they're available? Topor. Yeah, this game is a lot of fiddling around with the inventory and equipment for kind of a rough UI. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Place of pot is found in wooden areas near place of death. It's named for it only blooms at night. So let's see. Is evening considered night here? Scroll. I cannot understand its contents nor even its alphabet. That's unfortunate. Let's see. I guess. Yeah, let's advance. Night. All right. Yep. That's what it has to be. Oh, look at that. A new guard. Oh, let's go ahead and do this. Let's head out. Dead man. Yep. I can't double click and overwrite this save. I just want to overwrite it. Oh, okay. It's gonna force me to overwrite this other save. That's fine. I'll just do a new one. Save. Oh, it only lets you overwrite that one too. That's weird. That's so weird. Save new. DMG night. Sure, whatever. I meant night, but it's fine. Whatever, Threed. Even brewing the post will be a lot of back and forth between inventory, equipment, and stove. Joys upon joys. All right, we are beyond city limits, so let's go ahead and equip our pistol. Ba-bam! Do you know what the next game the Disco Elysium devs are making? The Disco Elysium developer has been shut down in a lot of ways. and now they've been split up into 3 different devs who are all making their own version of a Disco Elysium type game. The one that appears furthest along is one called Hope something, but a lot of people feel like that game is going to be a scam and that it's never actually going to come out. So yeah. All the best for Pro in the post it. Take care, Wings. Have a good one, dude. Good luck with the nonsense saving. Yeah, it's rough, but it's all right. We'll get through it. Oh, here it is. I found the small rocky canyon. There should be some Nightshade somewhere beyond the ruined church. Okay, cool. Well, at least we didn't have to go far. This is wrong, right? Look like Nightshade, but no. These are the strong purple of the Nightshade and the flowers droop correctly. I have found my flower. Take that, take that. 2 things of Nightshade. Guess that's all they're giving me, huh? All right, well, let's go back. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I heard an eerie shriek from the steps of the cemetery. I could see something moving in the shadows there. It looked like I would have to fight or try to run back to Dead Man's Gate. Bugger. To the left of the screen are the portraits of your main character and your allies. Characters take turns in sequence. To the right of your screen are your enemies' portraits. Click on a portrait to zoom the camera to that character. Each portrait has a health bar and a circle number showing this is what they told us before. Come enemy attack them with the character. You can open your inventory and double click. Yep. If you add undead minions, if only. Firing a missile weapon, you will need to reload it. Reloading costs action points. Muskets. Yo, I just realized I have a musket equipped. And I think it's a musket that I have equipped actually. Hold on. Musket pistol. This was a mistake because reloading this takes 8 action points and I only have 4 for my turn, which means that basically I would have to spend my entire 2 turns to reload. So unless this just does a ridiculous amount of damage, this is not worth it. What's up, Steve? This game is called The Necromancer's Tale. Shoker. By this I mean even brewing the pros back and forth, inventory equipment in the stove. By this I mean plucking the Nightshade. Only a short 7 hours into the game. Our second combat, you know, Brian? They split up. Hopefully these devs make money off this game and continue the CRPG space. Well, this game was not made by the Disco Elysium devs, to be clear. All right. Can I shoot you from here? Wait, musket pistol. Chance to hit 48%, it looks like. Now how many move points do you have? Attack, melee, action points 2. So you could go 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces, and then you could go another 4 spaces, which still doesn't put you in range of me actually. So I should be able to shoot, reload, and then shoot again. So the question becomes, how much damage do I do when I shoot? Let's find out. Well, that was interesting. That took 2 action points. So wait a minute. Every time? So I have to reload. Cannot attack your weapon needs reloading, and it missed. All right, let's reload. And I'll stop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why that seem like more than 4? Cannot attack, your weapon needs reloading. So wait a minute. You have... Oh, wait. And now it says it has 2 action points currently. Oh, wait. No. It's telling me... I'm not paying attention to the right thing. It's telling me how many action points are needed to use its melee weapon. But the actual amount of action points is in the upper right, and that's 5. So this creature has 5 action points, so it can get 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 to this square. So I need to go 2 back, and then I can reload, and then does that restart the reload if I move? So wait, you're gonna move, you're gonna move, you're gonna move, you're gonna move. That restarted the reload. So I need to be able to spend 8 action points straight without moving in order to shoot with this pistol for a second time. This is definitely not worth it. Wait. But now it says I have 7 action points up here because I guess it considers the previous action points as not having been used. Wow, this is not worth it. All right. We're gonna have to just go ahead and go with the melee combat because that's just not happening. Now so it took me 1 action point in order to switch out my weapon. Now I can attack with this for 2 action points, which means I can move here and then game was filed for that. Man, come on now, terrible. Love your coverage of Outcat Games, man. Hey, thank you, Steve. Glad you've been enjoying it, dude. The required spell reagents and clunky inventory is giving ultimate PTSD. You need components and correct words of power for both spells? Really? Interesting. All right, yeah, let's just go ahead and get it to melee combat. I got a 2 on Constitution, so I'm not exactly, so that's 27. And I missed that. And I don't have enough for another one. So the question becomes, how much do I get shredded when this dude attacks me in melee? 27, and he stunned me! $33, I like that. I don't think I have any health potions or anything like that either. This is gonna be dicey. Ooh. Why'd he get to attack a 3rd time? I was about to say, if they let him attack a 4th time. Come on, man, if this doesn't hit, I'm probably dead. Woo! I was about to say, I can't loot the body? Do I automatically get my health back? I don't know. I don't see my health anywhere. Okay. Let's get the Heezy up out of here. Let's go ahead and take off my weapon before we do that. You start each encounter with full health? Okay, interesting. Whoo! That was rough. Keep multiple firearms in inventory. Cost a single action point to switch weapons. Can fire multiple times per round as long as you have more guns. Great call out, Mega. I played Pillars of Eternity. I should have known this. Great call out. That's a great way to look at it. Historically speaking, people didn't really reload muskets in one-on-one combat to the death. Yeah, guns feel like a shoot then switch to melee option. Absolutely. Absolutely. Treat them like wands in Baldur's Gate. What's up, Roland?
Hello there.
Careful out there. The night is no time to wander beyond these walls, especially alone. Very, very nice. All right. So in fact, how many guns do I have? I think I only have 1, unfortunately. So I'll just have to keep that in mind. Because I don't think I sold any of my guns. But we got Nightshade. 2 things of Nightshade, in fact. So now let's go back. Boo-boo! Mm-hmm. And now we need to go to the kitchen. And I know we're not creating Nightshade, but I don't have a better way of saying it. And let's get that second save going. A new create Nightshade 2. All right, now I need to put on my lavender mask. And then I need to start with a pot. We need to put a pot on the stove, right? And let's see, both of these are stove. This one seems a little bit more lit up. Wearing a mask is suspicious. That's fine. I'm in my own damn house. I can be suspicious in my own damn house. Torpor. Place a pot of grease on a stove. So you need to put the grease in the pot first. Then you add nightshade flowers. Heat gently and stir occasionally. After an hour, pour into a linen bag and squeeze the grease through. Do I have a linen bag? Do I need to buy a linen bag? Linen bag. I don't, but I've never even seen anything. Oh, wait. Oh, I do have a linen bag. There we go. Okay. All right, so let's try this out. So let's see. Take the pot, combine it with grease. There we go. Now, stove. Put a pot there. Yep. Put a stirring tool here. Ladle. Does that count? Wait. I stir the cooking pot with the ladle, and then nightshade. Whoops. Stir the cooking pot with ladle. Stir the cooking pot with ladle. Stir the cooking pot with ladle. Nightshade, process it to nightshade grease by stove. Okay. So if I take this, can be used as a weapon with a weak torpor effect. Take back my pot with grease. Take back my ladle. Let's look at this again. Heat gently and stir occasionally. After an hour, pour into a linen bag and squeeze the grease through. There we go. That's what I forgot to do. So take the linen bag and then take this grease. I squeeze it, push the nightshade through the linen bag, producing a solve. Nightshade solve with a strong torpor effect. Okay. Now, was I supposed to then put it into the jar to make it a potion? I don't know. Here, hold on. Journal Star seems to reset every chapter. I get a rifle from her. Oh, okay, cool. Have there been any kind of sanity or morale effects? I'm getting some Lovecraft vibes. Not so far. This game looks neat, but that crafted thing looks unnecessarily complicated. It's these rituals that, and this is the first ritual I've actually had to do, but it seems like they might occasionally come up. The deadly nightshade, during preparation of the salve, bind your face, mouth, and nose tightly, right? Squeeze the grease through. So it seems like that's supposed to be it. So I guess maybe, am I supposed to put this in a jar so she could drink it like a potion? There we go. I have the potion. Brew the torpor potion. Excellent. I will bring it to Albert in the morning. Yes, will do. Sounds beautiful. I spy with my eye. Yep. Surely, yep. And then nope, still don't know anything about this. Oh, wait. We could take off the mask now. So let's put that there. I wish they had a way where your weapon could just be holstered instead of have to be flat out off your person if you're not using it. This is not the correct way. I wanted to go to my bed. What level spells can you cast? I have no spells at this time, then Spirit. No spells yet. Daquanicus, what's up, dude? You plan on playing the Neverwinter Nights 2 update? I might. I haven't decided yet. I might. It's definitely possible. This is morning? Okay. There's definitely been some people who mentioned it, and I feel like it would be nice from the co-op aspect, but I'm just not sure how many people I have in my community who would actually play it with me while I was streaming it. But I never played Neverwinter Nights 1 or 2, so it might be cool for me to check it out.
Can I help you, my lord?
It's not too complicated for a bass to play. What's up, Miraz? I appreciate it, dude. Okay, I have made the torpor and decanted it. We should give it to Mother and let her rest. With all due respect, Constantine, we should test it first. This is your first time making it and we don't know if it is safe. You are right, of course, but how do we test it? I shall take some. Are you sure that is wise? I am confident I made it as the recipe specified. I'll take it in my room. Perhaps check on me in a few hours? As you wish. If I was to test the potion myself, this would be the best place to do so. I drank the potion, hoping that I would not be injured in the process. Time to build up a tolerance to poisons. My head started swimming almost immediately, so I made my way towards my bed. Bro, I would 100% play Neverwinter Nights 2 with you. That shit was my jam back in the day. You know what? That settles it. Hey, Daquanicus, you would too?
Think
It'd be like
Yes.
playing Vampire the Masquerade
can
all
see
over
something.
again. Yes, I can see something. Oh, the demo ended after testing the potion? Interesting. I ended my demo after I got the job. This is how Constantine dies. Oh, well, I'm doing my first playthrough ever, and it's pretty fun, to be honest. You enjoyed it? Okay. Okay, nice. Akashima, I do not have any spells yet. Then you know what? That settles it. When we get through with this, Neverwinter Nights 2 is next on the list. I'll pull it up. I think, yes, I can see something. Who is this? I hate when they randomly won't let me press spacebar.
Hear us?
Yes, I see them too.
Who? What? Who are you?
We three have gathered on this cold and dark morn, where the veil between worlds is thin, to call you here.
Ask them who it is. Ask if it's my cousin.
I announce myself. I am Constantine Van Elstrick. You are in my family home.
Interesting. I found no records of any Von Elstrick living here.
You have Albert drinking? Nah. Whoa! What y'all doing back so early?
I don't know.
What'd you say? It was hot out there?
I am Raymond.
What is that?
A tattoo. It's
Wow. Temporary? Okay.
Look what I have.
Would you stop, girl? Simone?
Is your chat even on?
Yes, my chat is on, darling.
Okay.
Did you get some tacos?
Yep.
Were they good?
Yep. I got a steak taco.
Steak taco? All right.
We went to tacos and tamales.
Yes,
I like the tacos, but not the tamales.
All right, girl. Go back to your mother. Close my door. Love you. Glad everything went okay. They were supposed to be going for hours. Interesting. Well, they're doing a seance and think you're a ghost. Yeah, it seems like it. That's interesting. We never went a nighting. Oh, you played 2-3? That settles it. Okay, so for everybody who would play Neverwinter Nights 2, tell me what class would you play? Cause I will make sure I select something that you all don't pick.
How long have you been dwelling in this place?
I only recently returned.
What has you trapped here in this place?
Ooh, revenge. I am not trapped here. I chose to stay. I think he is in denial. Me? You're the ghost. He hasn't understood it yet, has he? Not yet, but he will. Give him time. Uh-oh. A wind blew through the room then, though the doors and windows were closed. The three ghosts just stared at me. What little I could make out of their faces seemed expressionless. Interesting. What was that? Constitution decreased to 1. I felt weak in a way I had never experienced before, and sick to my stomach. And yet, I felt that my mind had been opened to another reality, and my mana was increased to 1? Ho ho! I didn't have a mana stat before. Still, at least I knew the potion worked, though I hope the dream was not a common side effect. I had to find Albert and tell him my news. So wait. Okay, so now arcane mana. Mana reflects your attunement to the world's magical energy and to the realm of the dead. Nice. Surprise guest appearance. All right, where you at? As I approach, Albert staggered to his feet. Albert, are you okay? What happened? I don't know. I have been outside assisting your mother in the garden. I came in to get her a glass of water and saw some figures searching the place. Then I heard movement behind me, felt a sudden pain, and then darkness. The place has clearly been ransacked in the meantime. What? Yo! Okay, Dequaticus, you said sorcerer or warlock. Interesting. Too much Nightshade, kid? What's going on, dude? Orochi, what's up? This is the Necromancer's Tale. It's a narrative-heavy CRPG. I'm really enjoying it so far. How important is the burger bun for a tasty burger? It's not the most important thing for me. The actual meat is what matters the most. The voice is so peaked. Thanks, Uber. I'm sorry, I don't know more, Master Constantine. It's okay. I have the potion for Mother. I've tested it and it works. Let's get her to sleep and then we can assess this mess. Yes, of course. She seems to be sleeping soundly. You did it. This is good, but the ransacking of our house is concerning. Come, let's look at the mess those thieves left behind. Grave Mist. I've honestly played the game so much that it doesn't matter what I play. You pick. It's your first run through. Okay. I do appreciate it. Wardrobe. Nothing there. Good Lord. Oh, they went into my study. They went into my study trying to find things. Scatter books. This will take an age to reorder. As Albert fretted, I scanned the books on the floor. The invaders had pulled out titles on the sciences, journals, and books on esoterica I had not expected my father to own. They did not seem to inspect them thoroughly. A quick skim and then discarded, moving on to the next. Perhaps looking for letters or such hidden inside the tomes, or hoping to find a lockbox disguised as a book. A particular strange book stood out. Its cover was made of tree bark, and the pages were rougher than normal. Whatever had been used to ink the pages was thick and amber colored and shone like glass. It felt both old and primitive. I took it so that I could examine it more once it had all settled down. Whoops. No. I didn't mean to click that again. I'm sorry. What's up, General? Appreciate you following me over on Twitch. As well as pulling books from the shelves, they had clearly worked the shelves themselves in the hopes of finding a secret compartment. For what I could tell, they had no luck with this. Globe still good. Globe of the world, yep. Armor still the same. Books on the desk. I wish I had taken the time to order Father's desk the day before, but I did. Well, but I never got the option to do so. I had tried it multiple times. Yeah, General, this game has been super interesting thus far. I'm really enjoying it. It was hard to tell if anything was missing, such was the mess here. From what I can recall, though, everything was still here, if differently scattered. Ah, damn. Let's see. The drawer is locked. I need to find the key. That's fine. Let's put the key in there and make sure that they take anything. Nope, they didn't take anything. I got everything in here. All right, the key fitted the lock. Yep. Okay, cool. So that's fine. Talk to Albrecht. Do you have any idea what this break-in was about? No major spoilers, but Neverwinter Nights 2 seemed a fun but traditional Forgotten Realms adventure. Mask of the Betrayer is when you really get Obsidian deconstruction. Now, from what I remember people saying, Mask of the Betrayer doesn't require that you play the Neverwinter Nights 2 base game, right, to understand it. So I could jump straight into Mask of the Betrayer, or do I really need to play the base game to understand Mask? I know not, Master. Your father was a much respected man in Marnes, and yet there may be enemies unknown. Albert's shoulders slumped. He looked so tired. So, oh wait, there are other places where there are messes. Okay. So wait, let's look at these other spots. My God, they even ransacked your mother's room. What were they looking for that they searched here? Jewelry? Albert didn't sound convinced, and neither was I. If all they wanted was jewelry, then they've searched here and nowhere else. But there's nothing. Yeah, this. Yeah, and I already looked at that. Okay, here. Let's go. Doesn't look like they searched in my room, right? No. So wait, there's nothing new there. Oh, I wonder here, hold on. Did they change anything here? Nope. I would say that unless you're really familiar with D&D, you might want to start with the original campaign. Otherwise, you get thrown in at level 18. It can be overwhelming. Got you. Okay. I'm confused. Was there anything else in this chest? No, right? Yeah, I got everything in here. So wait a minute. Let me go back upstairs. Maybe there's something I missed. In fact, let me look at the journal. Together with Albert, I should see what clues lie about the house regarding the ransacking. Okay, that's what I'm doing now. Oh, wait, did I go over? That's where I first started, right? Yeah. Did I look at everything? Oh, wait, there's a cat here. I didn't notice a cat before. Cat was sleeping peacefully. Got that book. Click that, click that. Now, where was... Here, hold on. Let's look. I looked this game up on Steam. I've considered buying it now. Nice. If you check it out. Oh, here we go. If you check it out, I hope you enjoy it. There's a few characters and plot points in Neverwinter Nights 2 that definitely influenced Dragon Age. Really? Nice. Honestly, I had no idea what was going on when I jumped straight into Mask of Betrayer, so I'll probably take the main one first. Okay. What's up, Johnny? How long is Neverwinter Nights 2? Can never have enough CRPG goodness? That's the way I feel. Do you recall if the game mentioned respecking this game? I haven't heard anything about that. They pulled all manner of books from the shelves. There seemed to be no order to the titles they had cast about. Perhaps I had to leave before they could finish? Perhaps, Master, your father's recipe book has something in it that can be turned to protecting the house? I couldn't be sure, but the markings on the grave mist page similar to those found in that strange rusted book I had just picked up from my father's office floor. So here, hold on. Strange tome. And then where? Book found in strange bark. I had been correct. The writing did match, though I still knew not the language I had found myself studying. Nonetheless, I was now ready to have grave mist revealed to me. A cloud of hell poison, which may be bound to an area to protect it. It has a potent effect on mortal targets, making them sick or perhaps die. Some bark of the rare devil's wood is required for this incantation. To bind the spell to an area, place the bottle of smoke, sprinkle with graveyard soil, and chant the words Pomonis. Bury also a personal item or however you wish to not trigger the mist. Devil wood grows in the deep forest and hollows in places where fairy mists congregate. These black bark trees are characterized by their twisted branches, which form the shape of tortured faces of humans and beasts. The wood should be burned in very hot flames and its smoke captured in a jar. This is a very interesting book. The character leveling in Neverwinter Nights reminds me of Pathfinder. Ooh, so I should fit right in. The question is, Neverwinter Nights 2 OG or the new one? I'm going to play the new one because I never played the OG anyway, so I might as well start with the new one. I got some useless points sitting in Constitution, Agility, and Strength I'd rather place elsewhere. Yeah, I kind of redid that at the end of character creation. I knew now what I needed to prepare the protection spell. The most difficult item would surely be the substance called Devil's Wood. I informed Emerick, then set him to the task of restoring order to the house while I found the required components. What time is it? Afternoon time. All right. So I needed the components for the Graver's Ritual. I needed to obtain a substance called Devil's Wood. I should make some inquiries. As part of the Graver's Ritual, I needed graveyard soil. I need to help out with my mother to ask for personal artifacts. Okay. And just when I decided to talk to you, you walking away from me. Whereas Blackfist, what's up, dude? Thank you so much for the $30 donation, man. Keep up the great content. Hey, I appreciate it. I'm glad you've been enjoying it, dude. Didn't realize you could go to 0 till I saw you doing it. By then I was already like 6 hours into it. Yeah, I screwed that up a little bit as well. I left Constitution at 2, but I kind of don't regret it now that I think about it. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. I don't think this is the type of game where you need to have the stats perfect.
Oh. Hello.
Let's see. I think this is the same thing that she always says, right? Oh, wait. Maybe this is different. My mother continued to float around the house like some winged specter, more from habit than any conscious intent. Her movements were stilted and uneasy, and her gaze, so unfocused and meandering, rarely matched the direction of her steps. It was as though every part of her was in disharmony, moving through its own familiar patterns of existence without ever synchronizing with the rest. The crash of metal against metal drowns out his cries. The heat sears away his tears. What are you talking about, Mother? He is not happy. Can they not see that he is unhappy? His brother saw so much. He and Zelig, they were each an eye within the pair, but they do not see this. Had they been struck blind? I said something familiar in her words, an impression of a person that I only briefly met. Spend 0 skill points to guess who she referred to. Are you talking about the blacksmith? Is he unhappy? Yes, poor Jacob. His brother's ambition left him tending iron. He must find comfort somewhere. She shook her head mournfully. The robbery seems to have shaken you, Mother. Robbery? No, I still have all my jewelry, thank you. And the cards, such lovely cards, all in their place. Zelig would be so pleased to see them when he returns. I'm afraid Father is dead. Well, yeah, I'm afraid Father is dead. Don't say such things, lad. What would Zelig say to such tasteless humor? Oh, I do hope he returns soon. Such lovely cards for him. What cards? Do you remember nothing of the intrusion then? Intrusion? No. Only a stage play, I think. Strange men. Strange shouting. She shook her head and waved her finger sternly at me. Books. They wanted nothing but books. But silly them. This is not the library. That is on the other side of the canal. Her eyes shifted away from me before she had even finished her sentence. They scanned the wall behind me and traced the decorative molding at the ceiling. Where's Albrecht? So many cobwebs, so many spiders to clear from the corners. He is too idle these days, and with snakes in the basement, slithering, slimy, their fangs so thirsty. Zelig will put this place in order. Yes, Zelig, my dear, always orderly. Do you know where you are going? Well, I was just headed to the kitchen, my boy, though I can't remember why. Perhaps to fetch something for Aunt Belle? Is she not in the drawing room? I'm afraid not. How peculiar. I could have swore she had come for afternoon tea. She seemed so intent on telling me something. Something to do with iron, I think. Or was it something about Uncle Gervais? I need to ask her for a personal item as protection against the grave mist incantation. Mother, I need something of yours. Something personal, special. Something special? Why, you're the most special thing in the world to me. No, I meant an item. Anything material that holds meaning for you. I think I need to rest. She suddenly looks very worried. I would need to find another way to get what I needed to protect her. Must leave for now, Mother. Neverwinter Nights 1 and 2, for the most part, have completely different casts and stories. That's interesting. Your left eye, Mother? No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that at all. That's actually kind of cool. So is Mask of Betrayer like roughly the same length as the base Neverwinter Nights 2 game? Like, how long does Neverwinter Nights 2 take to finish? Where is he? She's gonna take a nap. Go ahead, Mom. Go ahead, Mother. Take a nap. Oh, there he goes. Now he's down here. Yes, we already did all that. I need something from him. And they won't let me talk to him. All right, fine.
There he is.
Whoa, Gervais! Look at that! I had not heard that voice in years. It was as deep and commanding as I recalled, though now I heard or imagined a sadness in it. Uncle Gervais.
My dear, it is good to see you. I should have come sooner to visit, but I have been avoiding this place. It's hard to be here and know that my brother is not, will never be again. Mirabelle and I are heartbroken.
Thank you, Uncle. And how is Aunt Belle? Gervais paused briefly, but did not answer.
You left word for me with my gateman, I know, but I was not ready.
He inhaled deeply and looked at the house a moment.
In truth, I am not still. But today, when Willard brought news of the break-in, I had to come.
I knew a boy named Willard growing up here. I presume the handsome man before me was him. At the mention of his name, he stepped forward and nodded.
3 people were spotted leaving this area. They were dressed in black and moved as if to avoid being seen, but also moving as if in a rush. Their urgency drew the attention of a passing worker, however, who brought word to a nearby guard. The area was searched, but nobody was found. In that time, it was brought to my attention, and I knew his lordship would want to know immediately.
Neverwinter Nights 1 and 2 completely cast the stories. I believe Neverwinter Nights 2 is some 100 years away from 1. Interesting. 2 will probably take at least 60 hours to finish. And Master of the Betrayer, another 20 to 30. Interesting. Okay. Willard looked sketchy. My uncle was clearly agitated at this.
I knew it. I knew the Shroud would rear their heads. I thought they would strike his grim, but here... It never occurred to me.
Perhaps, my lord. But we get ahead of ourselves. They were seen in this area, but we don't know if they came from here. Perhaps the good master can confirm.
The house was broken into, yes, though I cannot say for what reason. They left a mess, but we could spot nothing that had been taken.
Was anyone hurt? Is Juliana okay?
No one was badly hurt, thankfully.
Willard, see to it that a guard is posted here. I should go in and see her. Please, excuse me.
I wonder if you get party members in this game. And why is there a skull icon here?
Master Van Elstrick.
Willard, is it? I believe we schooled together many years. We did, for a year or so before you went away. It's a shame your return is mired by such tragedy. I looked up to your father. He was a great man. You have my deepest condolences. You honor him and me both with your words. My uncle mentioned the shroud. How have they not been stomped out by now? Constantine, I understand your frustration, I do. I know it cost you attending the Grim and the funeral, but you must trust me. Groups like this are secret and small. They don't all know one another. I can send a team of 100 good soldiers at this. Maybe they find somebody, maybe not. But if they do, that person wouldn't lead them to another. I have what people I can afford searching for them, but progress is slow. In truth, I think that all that will really wipe them out is time. They grow older, and I cannot imagine they do much recruiting. My uncle mentioned the shroud. Oh, whoops. That's the same thing. Yeah. Okay. I was wondering if you could tell me more about why my father's funeral was rushed. Likely no more than you already know. Your uncle was fearful that members of the Shroud would try something, just as he thinks they are who broke in here. Pick up on something. You don't agree, do you? I carry myself that poorly? No, I'm less convinced. And we had guards on extra duty. Truthfully, I would have waited for your return. Your uncle is a man of sound and solid mind, but in this regard, he allows his judgment to be clouded by the past. I understand, of course. I had just turned 18 when the dead rose. Thankfully, I was not on the front line, but he went quiet then and looked away. Those were terrible times. You were lucky to be away. Do you think that these guards will be posted for long? That is for your uncle to say. Perhaps a few days if there are no other occurrences. Perhaps less if they are needed elsewhere. Perhaps there'll be a permanent posting. With the greatest of respect, Albert is growing old and you are an academic. He might feel it his duty to protect Miss Juliana, and this is the best way to do that. Goodbye, Captain. My lord. Interesting. Grave mist? I did not have a jar of smoke of the Devil's Wood tree, so could not attempt the ritual. Okay, that's what that's for. Did that, looked at that. Just curious. Is there anything else special around here? Nope. All this talk of graveyards and the dead and all that made me wonder, but nope. Nothing else new there. I need to find someone who can help me figure out how to use this dang thing. So let's try, I guess, the academy. Oh, you know what? I just realized, didn't they say I need to check in with my cousin every day? Is it every day or every chapter?
Hello, dear cousin.
Right on time. Thank you for coming in today. Okay, so you get a low amount of money for what you do, but every time you get to a new day, there's a new opportunity to make more money. So you could farm this probably if you wanted to. Interesting. YouTube recommended a guy reviewing a surreal sci-fi novel from 1982 by Barrington Bailey. The book's title, The Pillars of Eternity. Nice! Nice. Oh, Oliver. Hello, child. It is good to see you. Once a year or so, Father Oliver visits to hear confession. A teacher stays with the children to support and guide them. This is the man who would prefer my father's hurried last rites. It occurred to me that this could be an opportunity to get something useful out of him. My mother has twisted my arm into joining her and father for lunch, so you'll be on your own. And afterwards, please teach class for the rest of the afternoon, Constantine. I'm happy to help, cousin. 'Tis a shame, my child. I suppose Constantine and I will have to enjoy by ourselves the treats I brought us for after lunch. The same gingerbread as last time? A shame indeed. Thank you, Constantine. Father. As Lucas departed, Father Oliver turned his wide, sweet smile on me. It was always so intense, like too much honey dripped into bitter tea to hide the taste. Yeah, his smile creeps me out. This game doesn't have companions, right? Feel like you would have got one by now. Well, that's like saying I should have had more combat by now. I don't know. Maybe if combat ramps up more later on and then we get more companions. We'll see. While I settle in, could you fetch the children? Let us begin with young Robin. I'm up first, huh? I motioned Robin to the priest and sat her down the chair in front of him. The small screen between them did not quite replicate the intimacy or privacy of a true confessional. So, how have you been? Well, and I thank you for your concern, child. But did your headmaster and I not show you how to undertake the confession just this morning? Again? Robin's sigh was so dramatic, I was certain any theater would have been eager to have her join their company. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. My last confession was, well, you probably remember better than me. That was a good effort, my child. Robin smirked and crossed her arms, very intentionally remaining silent. Silence, good choice. Not telling your sins, simply and honestly. But I don't got any sins to confess. Honest, teach. Is that all you have to say, my child? I can't remember any, but if you like, I'm sorry for all my sins and such. Your penance, my child, should be to visit the church each day after your classes are finished for 1 week. There, you will spend 2 hours giving thanks for the pardon you have been given for your sins, and will ask Jesus Christ for aid in overcoming your pride to admit your sins more honestly in the future. Robin's expression soured. She let out an annoyed sigh and shut her eyes in an endearing manner. What's up, Lennon? How are you? This game looks like a conversation simulator. It's very, very similar to Disco Elysium from that standpoint. There's been virtually no combat. Slay Slander, do you plan on playing XCOM 1 and or 2, such as the story and character? I do plan on playing those games at some point, especially since many people have said the games that I enjoy are in a lot of ways based mechanically on XCOM. But I've got a list of games I got to get through first before I can get to those. May Almighty God have mercy on you, and having forgiven your sins, lead you to eternal life. Amen. Amen. That was much better than last time, my dear child. Thank you for opening your heart to our Lord, even a little more. Robin hopped from her seat and hurried back to the others, clearly eager to be far away from the priest. You know, most of my flock are only so tight-lipped when they have something to hide. Perhaps with your help, I could convince one of the others to unburden themselves of hiding her sin. I leave it to you, my child, to bring the next supplicant. There it was. I had a thread to pull on, a hint of something the priest wanted. I was sure there's some way to use it to get the information I wanted out of him. So, priest, and unfortunately we got to do this twice, so school priest 2. Constantine, is that a reference to DC's Constantine? Yeah, when we started the game, I was trying to figure out who's like a dark sorcerer or a necromancer that I could use, and somebody was like Constantine. I was like, you know what? Why not? What do you want? It's your turn for confession. Fine. Bless me, Father, for I've sinned. It's sin, my child. Go on. I bit Mr. Calandro while he was beating me on Wednesday, and last week too. And I think the one before that, but my head hurt so bad after I wasn't sure what day it was. Why does Mr. Calandro beat you? The first few times it was after I got mouthy, but for the last year he just finds me and does it whenever he feels like it. It's not like they don't want to do anything about it anyway. That's not true. And I broke some Turkish kid's nose this week, but he was asking for it, and The sin of wrath is a sin, whether or not it felt justified in the moment, my child. Nick sighed and rattled off a handful more incidents of violence, most of which were responses to similar violence being perpetrated on him by those with more power. Thank you for your candor, child. I'm glad you took your last penance to heart. Nick just watched him sullenly. Your penance will be to look for each of these individuals you have harmed and offer them a heartfelt apology in the name of the Lord. But Father, they'll just... My sweet young child, I offer you this chance to redeem yourself in the eyes of God for your sins. Will you take it? Yes, Father. The priest said his final words, and Nick returned to his seat. Who's the name of this guy that keeps beating him? Mr. Calandro, I am going to find you, sir, and you are going to be very displeased when that happened. Lisa was a glare silently. Okay, you ask again if you have it. A bug lagged the screen. I do plan to play XCOM 1 and 2, but there's a bunch of games I have to get to first. All right, who else? Let's see, Peter. Let's go with Peter. You're the leader, right? He's sending this child to get beat up again. That's what it seems like, Shulker, which is kind of wild. Huh? It is your turn for confession. Oh, okay. The boy sat down and looked at the priest, but said nothing. Peter, do you remember what you're supposed to say during confession? Nope. Oh, this is a leader. I thought it was. I guided the boy through the proper words, much to Father Oliver's approval. So I think I said, I don't remember really. But what about everybody else? Have they said? Because this morning I saw Robin. My dear child, confession is held only between you and our Savior, Jesus Christ, while I serve as a mere intermediary. And him, teacher. Well, yes, though I am sure Constantine will show the appropriate reverence for this sacred act and not share what he knows. While the good father was trying to get Peter to focus again, he seemed to have missed the hint that Robin has been up to something this morning. I, however, did not, and I had suspected this could be useful information. Father Oliver and I managed to get Peter to accept his penance. However, the moment the boy was out of the chair, I was inclined to think he had already let it slip his mind, as he did with so many things. Hilarious. Oh, yes, Constantine is a reference to DC's character. At the beginning of the game, we were trying to figure out a good necromancer or dark sorcerer that I could play as, and we settled on Constantine. Seems like Mr. Calandro, that guy needs a lesson from a friendly academic. Seems like it. Hello, sir. It's your turn for confession. Okay. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It's been 1 month since my last confession. Whoa! As always, my child, you are very diligent and devout. Please continue. I have been very sinful, Father. On 3 mornings this month, I have failed to be the first out of bed, betraying my slothful nature. I scored highest on our test this month and fell victim to pride after. The normally meek child continued to pour out a torrent of minor sins, things so small and shallow, it made me wonder what he was trying so hard to avoid saying. Eventually he exhausted himself, and after a few seconds of silence, Oliver cleared his throat and gave Leyland some token penance in the form of simple prayers. Leyland needed no prompting from me and hurried back, it appeared, to begin his penance. Interesting. And that was Nick, Peter, Robin. Let me talk to Robin real quick just to be sure.
Hello again.
Thought I was all done, teacher. You are. I just wanted to check on you. Oh, thanks, mister. All right, so whatever it is, I can't talk to her about it right now. Interesting. He betrayed his slothful nature. What's up, Godzilla? Yes, mister? Damn, she looks rough. It is your turn for confession. Oh, okay. It looks like it's been a rough life, darling. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It's been 1 year since my last confession. Well done, my child. Go on. She hesitated and looked at me. With a nod, I urged her to continue. Every Friday, the baker sells these meat buns, I think. They smell so tasty. Indeed, my child, they are quite enjoyable. But I don't have money to buy them, so I just go down to smell them. When I see other kids getting their parents to buy them one, I get this awful feeling. Like when you got here and we smelled the gingerbread you brought. We said we might like to steal it. Ida had barely whispered those last words while slowly turning her head to look at me as she spoke. Her sad eyes were drowning in guilt, which she tried to swallow down as she looked away again. In his eagerness to give Ida her penance for her sin of envy, the good father had missed entirely that the child had considered one of theft. I, however, did not, and suspected this could prove useful in some way. Interesting, okay. 8 going on 80. Man, seems like it. So wait, that was all of them, right, Nick? Why? I can't talk to Nick or Leyland, but I can talk to Ida, Peter, and Robin.
My child?
You have questions for me? Still the old farts cookies for Ida? What is the purpose of confession? Why, nothing less than the salvation of the soul, my dear child. We live in a time of temptation where the devil beckons while wearing the most pleasing of guises and tempts even the kindest and most selfless to act against God's will. It is only by confessing our sins honestly that we may earn forgiveness through the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ. We must do so with regularity, for sins burden us and should not be shouldered for too long, lest they bury us with them. Why was my father's burial hurried? Did we not already speak of this? Mayor Gervais had reason to believe the shroud may attempt to interfere, though it pained him, asked me to hurry the process. I could tell he was hiding some part of the truth, but by asking so directly, I had merely ensured he would not provide it. I needed leverage. Ah, crap. I screwed that up. I thought it was something I needed to do to force it, but apparently not.
My child.
What is the purpose of confession? That is everyone. We're done, Father. Come then, we will speak. Since the priest during confession, we will speak while we eat. I brought enough for us both. He reached under his seat for his lunch sack. As soon as he had it open, we could plainly see the stack of gingerbread he was so excited for had been opened and was missing more than half of its number. Oh dear, I was certain I had more. This was my chance. As I was to leverage information out of him, it would be now. Let me speak with the children again. Robin.
Hello again.
What the hell? Peter, what did Robin do with Father Oliver's gingerbread? Given what Peter and Ida had let slip during their confessions, it was simple enough to piece together. The utterly vacant look on Peter's face almost made me second guess myself, however. Huh? He said Robin was up to something this morning. I did? Perhaps I had simply interrogated the wrong child. Never mind. Well, both of them had kind of said something weird, but okay. Yes, mister. Ida, what did Robin do with Father Oliver's gingerbread? Given what Peter and Ida had let slip during their confessions, it was simple. The intense guilt on Ida's face only confirmed my theory. She only took some and hid them in her desk. Please, please don't tell on us. All we've had all week is half portions of pottage. We're so hungry, and Father Oliver was just going to eat them in front of us like last time. Please, Constantine, just don't tell. Now at least I had what I needed. Leverage to get information out of the priest. Whether I should was another matter entirely. Are you kidding me? Damn.
Hello again.
So I gotta make the kids starve? I know you stole Father Oliver's gingerbread, Robin. Yeah, so what are you gonna do about it, mister? I haven't decided yet. Robin scowled and shifted uncomfortably, unable to come up with a compelling reason for me not to turn her in. Damn. I gotta miss out on this information because why can't I just give them some food? It must have been a mistake by the baker. Spare the rod, spoil the child? Stop it. That's the other thing. This teaches them, hey, if you don't have what you need, just go ahead and steal it. That's not a good lesson for orphans to learn. But why is he just eating gingerbread in front of them? That's wild too. Let's see, I know who stole your gingerbread father. Stole? How terrible. Please, child, tell me. First, I wish to know more about my father's burial and why it was hurried. Oh, damn! He paused, and that veneer of kindness faltered for a moment. It is true that Baron Gervas had reason to believe the Shroud had attempted to interfere, so we should proceed quickly. I could have insisted, but ever since the Lich War, despite my best efforts to steel my heart, I am still filled with fear that a corpse may rise and attempt to end my own life. The stomach-turning sweetness he exuded faltered for a moment as his gaze caught mine. In its place, frigid fear flickering deep in his wide eyes. With a blink, he drew that mask of kindness back on as if nothing were amiss. I am truly sorry, my child, if my mortal weakness has caused you to suffer any more in this trying time. So, who stole my gingerbread? Ooh! Mesa Bill, I think you were the one who said you've got like a negative 18 trust score with the Gentry. I think I might see why, because ain't no way I'm turning Robin in. I've changed my mind. I'm not telling you anything. Damn. Ooh, plus 10 trust with the kids, but negative 8 with the Gentry. Damn. As Father Oliver glowered at me, I knew that I had gained leverage over him. Knowing the depths of Oliver's fear of the risen dead, I now had some power over the man. Power I could exert when opportunity arose. Interesting. The rest of the afternoon passed as slowly for me as it did for the children. Still, I taught with patience, and I felt that they learned something. Let me circle back with Robin. Can I talk to you at all? Nah, but I know you're grateful.
So, what can I do for you, dear cousin?
I'd like to collect my pay. Yes, indeed. How is that only 4 crowns? That was not 4 crowns of work. Ain't no way in hell that was 4 crowns of work. Hey, I don't think we ever went upstairs here. No, we never did. All right. Damn. This guy's eating gingerbread in front of children. Seems like he needs to join Mr. Calandro. Big working class is rough. Yeah, no joke. I need to find Mr. Calandro, though. Who is that? Who are you? Ooh, there's something I can loot in here. What is this? Hamlet. Are you sure you want to steal this rare book? Hamlet First Edition. No, I don't want to steal. This game is definitely on your wish list now. That's awesome, dude. I hope you enjoy it once you finally get your hands on it. Where is, there we go. There's Ibrahim. Come on. Wait for him to come downstairs. He'll come to me. He'll come to me.
Good day.
There we go. Yes, yes. I don't want to give him the scroll. I can't ask him for anything regarding the grave stuff.
Welcome again, yes.
All right. I guess he doesn't know. Let me talk to my friend real quick as well. All right. We'll wait for him. Why are you walking so slow up here? Come on, man.
Hello.
Ooh, here we go. Do you know of a substance called devil's wood? No, I do not. He just scratched his head thoughtfully. Perhaps my grandmother does. It sounds like a tree of some sort, doesn't it? Are you planning an adventure? Look, why don't you come over to our house in the morning? She'd love to see you, I'm sure. We're still over in the main street, over towards the north gate. I know the location on my map. Excellent. All right. I shouldn't hold you up. Good day. Talk to you soon, Constantine. All right, got that. Now, what's the rest? What's the rest of this journal? Need to gather components. I need to obtain devil's wood. As part of the grave mist ritual, I need graveyard soil. Need to have present my mother for personal artifacts. I've arranged a call to meet Sibyl, the retired herbalist. I need graveyard soil. Okay. What do you use to collect graveyard soil? Graveyard. Where that soil at? Ooh, gotta dig it up? That's interesting. Something tells me the Undertaker wouldn't be all that happy about that, but you'll be all right. Irving leaned on his shovel with palpable exhaustion. Entertaining my questions appeared to be an even greater burden than the labor he was occupied with. Could 200 cloned, come on now, Uber, you already know the answer to that. Absolutely. 200 of me is destroying a gorilla. 50 of me. Can't you see I'm working? What's a lord like you doing here anyhow? All right. Guess I can't do anything with him. Now, all these are right in front of him. I feel like I shouldn't dig up this dirt right in front of him. In fact, I should probably come at night and do it, but actually, can't I dig it up from this area that he's in? No. He's whack. Here, hold on. But there's also this cemetery. Shouldn't I be able to dig it up from the cemetery? Yeah, hold on. Now this is closed again. Nice. It's morning time, so I assume. Yeah, here we go. Let's go deep over here. Let's see if we want to visit the crypt. Let's go all the way in the back. I was not holding a spade. Ugh, this game is so particular. Where's that damn spade? Here we are. Here we are. What is the problem? This is in hand, right? Isn't this? This is, oh, wait. Is the spade considered a weapon? Spade is considered a weapon. Whoops. Okay. There we go. Oh, you could dig up the body and then loot it? That's wild. I'm gonna be honest with you. Talking to people at this time about an item called Devil's Wood outright seems like a terrible idea. Grave robbing. I dug some grave soil. Wow, you can dig up a body if you wanted to. That's fascinating. Yep, definitely shouldn't do that in front of him. Whoa, somebody's out here. I didn't realize there'd be somebody. Are you snitching on me? Please don't let me. Do you want to attack? No. Why is it talking about attacking? I don't have a weapon anymore, right? Yeah, I'm good. That's interesting. Sheesh. All right. You dig up their bodies. Why should the worms get all the goods? All right. I got the gray soil. Devil's Wood is in the morning. And then I still need their artifacts. I need to add Albert and my mother for personal artifacts. Neither one of them have given me anything at this time, though. Oh, here go the protection. There's a talk icon on him, but no. If you take him out, then at least you have
Master
something.
Van Elstrick.
Whoa, at least something to put back in the hole. Oh, so, no, Gervais, am I right? Yes, it is I. Juliana, my dear, are you all right? I don't know, Gervais. I cannot seem to think straight since his passing. Constantine has returned home, though. You should see him. He's so grown up. He would have loved to see you, but went out with his friends. Gervais threw a worried look at me and then smiled at her. Yes, Juliana, I would like that. Tell him I look forward to seeing him. And tell me, dear brother-in-law, how is your lovely wife, Maribel? Anger flashed across my mother's face for a second. Then he relaxed with just a grunt as his reply. Gervais moved into small talk, as if she had seen the priest, the doctor, if she had been gardening, and so on. Trust your trust suspicionless. Check just to make sure that individual didn't rat you out. We'll see. Well, they said if you have too many, if you commit too many crimes, they can put you in the town hall and judge you, and you could potentially be lynched by the town. Oof. Can I offer his lordship anything? No, thank you, Albert. I shall not be staying long. I've spent too long locked away mourning my brother. Now that this terrible break-in has pulled me from my grieving, there's much work to be done. Sadly, the city did not rest with me. I left into that conversation. I knew Albert would inform me if anything of note came up. All right. Juliana Albrecht. There he goes.
Can I help you, my lord?
Ah, here we go. Now I can finally talk to him. Where's the city's blacksmith located? It's near the east gate, my lord. Here, I'll mark it on your map. Excellent. Do you know where I might find a substance called devil's wood for the ritual of protection? I'm afraid I have no idea. It sounds like something alchemical or mystical. You could conduct some discreet inquiries with Bazina, the apothecary, or perhaps with Dietrich's grandmother, Sybil. What do you make of the ransacking? It's a great concern, my lord. I would pass it off as simple burglary, what with everyone knowing our defenses are down, but it seems as if they were searching for something in particular, amongst the books even. Someone that my father owed money to? It's possible, certainly. It would be best not to discuss this with your mother. Her nerves have been so on edge already, and I fear she is already suffering more since the break-in. Do you know anything about that trap door in the floor of the storeroom? Yes, my lord. The old wine. Oh, he already mentioned this. Creatures. Mindful of security. Did Gervais say anything of note to my mother? No, my lord. He only asked if she was doing okay and needed anything. She knows none of the money situation, so told him all was okay. That is good. I want the guards watching me as little as possible and knowing less. I need something of yours, something personal, to include in this ritual so you don't set out the trap. I have this medal from the war with Venice. Perhaps that will do. He handed me a purple rose, awarded only for acts of daring and great significance. Whatever he had done to earn it, I had it now. This would do for the ritual. I nodded in reply. I need something of mother's too. I asked her, but she didn't understand. I would not say but for the circumstance, but she keeps a locket with your father's picture under her pillow. It would sadden her to lose it, but this is important, and she would get it back when this is all over, correct? I didn't know if that was true. I don't know. Hopefully she can get it back. The skin around his eyes tightened, a slight change, but enough for me to tell he was regretting sharing what he did. Have those guys been outside since they were posted? Yes, my lord, they have. Food is taken to them and they take turns relieving themselves, so there's always one present. Do you think they will stay long? Given his lordship's fondness to your mother and his fragile state from your father's death, I couldn't imagine them leaving any time too soon. Could we discuss anything new about the finances? All right, I had no more questions. Nothing else to ask him, so I bade him good day. Why this guy say, where's the tavern in this place? Was that next to the tavern door? Let's see. Okay, so I have his item, and her item is upstairs in her bedroom, which was, oh, here we go. Her room is right over here, and she's still downstairs. I found a locket on the pillow, as Albert had said. Oh, I took it. Okay, Juliana's locket added. Excellent. So now I have both of the things that they need for it. And I just need the devil's wood, which I cannot get until morning anyway. So I will fast forward to morning time, right? Because, yeah, this is afternoon. Buy a new set of reading glasses for this game, but I bet. What's up, Jeremy? It is evening, advanced time, and it is now night. And let's advance time one more time. And now it is morning. Excellent. So first, go see the grandmother, then go do my job, and then I can do whatever else I want to do for the day. It's interesting, they keep providing me with firewood.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, she already mentioned that. Mother's robbery seems to have shaken you. Nope, we already saw that. Yep. All right, I must leave you for now. All right, so do this. And Diedrich's house. Here we go. Do a save. All right, give me just 1 second. I need to use the bathroom real quick, and then we will move forward. Slide needs to get a cameo one of these games. Hey, I'd be down for it. Be down for it 110%. I'd love to get into voice acting. I entered the modest home and found Diedrich sitting beside his grandmother, Sybil. She seemed much older than I last remembered. Age and many days spent in the sun foraging for herbs had finally caught her. Her hands, most of all, looked withered and frail. I thought of the days when she worked a mortar and pestle easily, and imagined how much harder those knotted knuckles would undertake that same task.
Well now, look who's back in Mans after all this time.
How nice of you to visit, dear. Ah, Constantine, hello.
I'm sorry the house is so unkempt. This boy here isn't exactly the steward of Obst.
Well, this place isn't exactly the royal summer palace either, is it, grandmother?
Look at how he talks to me, eh? I pity the person who has to take care of him when I'm gone. Tough job, I tell you.
I can imagine. I suspected that Sybil, in all her years of tending to strange plants and curious concoctions, would have some insights into Devil's Wood, but the woman had cast off her unearthly interest long ago in favor of becoming a more conventional herbalist. Any information I needed would have to be mined. The idle chatter chipped away until I found the vein that sated my curiosity. How's your health been, Sybil? Better than most my age, I think. I still got the old herbalism kit, and Halen slips me what I need. So he's taken over the trade well? Like a fly to a honey trap, though I wish he'd focus more on the craft and less on tossing his money away on dice. Poor fool can heal all sorts of things, but not that habit. The lug's always done right by me. Of course, there ain't no stopping old age entirely, at least there shouldn't be. How's the city been these past few years? Your uncle governs with a firm hand, but he's fair, and there's work enough to go around. But Marnes has a strange air these days. The guards are on edge, the aristocrats are more conceited than usual, and the dockers are riled up more often. It's like the moment that a potion is nearly done brewing, just near the tipping point. Gotta take it off the heat at just the right moment, or the whole thing spoils. Is Diedrich still afraid of falling into the canal? Hey, I'm not afraid. Oh, no point acting brave, love. We've all seen you lean away from that edge. Well, it's deeper than it looks. Now, I'm sure your feet can touch the bottom these days. It was Constantine's fault, you know. If you hadn't tossed the ball so far, I wouldn't have lunged for it. I'm sorry, I guess I don't know my own strength back then. At least you got out before it was too bad. I was still nearly pulled under. So does Diedrich have any romantic prospects? Goodness, I hope so. I'm not going to live forever, and the boy's not getting any younger, is he? Someone's got to make sure he eats and wakes up and gets to work. What about the sweet Sophia girl, eh? Seems the two of them can't stop chatting. Diedrich, she's flushed crimson at the mention of Sophia, and he looks at his feet. Oh, well, we're just chatting, you know? It's nothing, just chatting. Sybil offered me a cheeky wink. I even saw him walking along the canal with her. Only one thing that makes a man overcome his fears like that. That's hilarious. How's your health been, Sybil? Did you miss out on Sophia? No, I talked to Sophia in the bar. How's your health been? Better than most my age, I think. I still got the old herbalism kit. Oh, yeah, we already did that. So he's taking over the trade. Well, I steer the conversation away from small talk and towards alchemical ingredients. Ah, so you know where to get the more peculiar ingredients? I do, but what interest do you have in those, lad? I wonder if there's anything that might help my mother. She has been so out of sorts since my father's passing, and Albert and I can only do so much with the remedies we know. Aye, there are stronger cures, but I worry that her particular malady has no easy solution, my child. I do not think you will find a simple curative. A shame. She was always so reserved and regal. But if those are your reasons, what is it you're looking for? I've read absurd accounts of some strange tree with bark that contorts itself. Surely this must be exaggeration, but you know of anything like this? I've heard it can be quite useful in various remedies. Well, our trees contort their bark. Just takes years to notice, eh? You are speaking about devil's wood, I think. Dangerous to find, even more dangerous to use. It is a curiosity best avoided, far more dangerous than it is helpful. I hope you would drop this inquiry. The thought alone rattles me. Only fools like the Shroud are reckless enough to make use of devil's wood and whatever strange rituals they perform. And you can guess how well it served them, given how few Shroud are left. Do you know where I can find the Shroud? Suppose you are right. If the Shroud use it, it must be dangerous. Indeed, though thankfully their time is past. I cannot say if any are even left in Marnes. The old woman becomes more agitated now, and her hands begin to tremble as she spoke about the strange cult which had once been such a nuisance to the barony. Ah, the Shroud were truly horrible in their heyday. They committed all manner of sins in the names of the Lich. Mystical power has its temptations, but we must be sensible about these things. Yes, grandmother, yes, but you should not get so agitated. Constantine is just curious. You know that's always been his nature. I did not mean to upset you. Ah, it is only the subject that upset me, dear. Perhaps best we left and allowed grandmother to calm her nerves. In any case, I must get to work while it is still morning. Can I bring you a soothing tea before we go? The one you showed me. Yes, darling, that would be wonderful. Thank you. And I do hope that we talk of nicer topics on your next visit, Constantine. So I wonder if I can come back tomorrow morning. Back already? Have you heard of a substance called Senegalia Senegal? Yes, yes. The common name is gun Arabic. It's a spicy resin. It is common in some places, but we don't often see it here. Do you know where I might get some? I'm not sure. You could try the marketplace, I suppose. Some of the merchants there sell exotic items. Interesting. Alchemical ingredients. Might help my mother. Oh, I could go back here again. So it's just repeating the same conversation. Maybe I need to ask directly, do you know where I can find the shroud? But that seems dumb. That doesn't seem like a, that doesn't seem like something I can use. You know, let's see what happens. You know where I can find the shroud? Yep, trust decreased. Goodness, what's become of you? Not our usual demeanor. Yep, she doesn't like that at all. Yep. And I don't get anything from it. So let's do that. Let's load it back up. Oh, it still says school priest. All right. And that's the one I did after I did a full conversation with her, right? Oh, here, hold on. Why is it being so weird about where to get the voice bubbles? Come on, man. Why is it blinking the voice bubbles and then quickly taking them away? And then if you go back over the same spot, it's not doing anything. There we go. All right. Yep, it counted as the conversation already happening. Do you know where I can get some? And there we go. All right. So that wasn't all that helpful. I should make some inquiries. Who else could I ask? Well, actually, I guess they said the shroud, right? So who would know about the shroud if not these guys? You found the shroud in the dumbest way possible?
My lord, the Baron is still keeping his own counsel.
Show me all the options. I can't ask to see him. He's come out now. All right, fine, whatever. Who would be able to tell me about the shroud? The Undertaker. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I wonder if old boy would know. Let's see. Here we go. He's here.
Can I help you, my lord?
What do you make of the ransacking? No, he knows nothing. That's your 2, and rotating the screen tends to fix it. Oh, when you rotate your screen? Okay. Got you. Blacksmith is someone we're supposed to talk to as well, right? Talk to the dog. First, the dog sat watching me. I looked at my bag for some food he might like, but I had nothing suitable. Interesting. All right, hold on. Let's go to market real quick. Is it still morning time? It is still morning time. I think you're the food market. Sir, I seek a substance called Senegalia Senegal. Perhaps as a native of that country it is known to you? Yes, sir, it is an important product for my home country, though little enough of it makes it to here. The common name for it is gum arabic. Do you know where to get some of this substance? Let me take a look. He rummaged inside a box behind his counter. Presently, he produced a small bag, which he handed to me. Here, this is the last that I have. I offered him 2 crowns. Thank you, sir. Most gracious. Hey, outsiders trust. Lovely. And then what did I also want to do? I wanted some food, right?
Welcome, sir. I have fabrics from across
Show me
the
your
north.
wares.
With pleasure.
Okay, dyed silk, silk ribbon, needle and thread, cloth. I'll keep it in mind. Now, I wanted some food. Allspice, cayenne, and lavender. Don't need any of that right now. We need not vegetables either, though. One of you had raw meat. Yeah, here we go. Regular food and assorted food or raw meat. Jug of goat's milk. How much is the meat? Let's take that. Yeah. We'll take that. And I bought it for 1 crown. I don't need more glove. I do need the gloves, so I can let go of that. I don't know if I need the torches. We'll hold on to that for now. I'm not gonna sell the bedgown and the bodice because Albert seemed to feel like that would be very poorly received. My father's old belt through which he administered discipline. It feels wrong to sell that. Definitely don't want to sell the war medal. A farm tool. I don't know if I'll have to use that at some point, so I feel a little weird about selling it. And looks like they won't let me sell the fork. I gotta hold on to that. The hat can go. Gum arabic, that's cool. Let's not let anything happen here. And then party dress, okay. So cool. We should now have enough, or rather have something that the dog wants. So let's see what happens. You're right. Rotating the screen does fix it. Let's see if I got some food. You probably like the raw meat. I crouched down and offered the food. He ate it hungrily. Looked excited to see him. I petted him, and then I turned away. All right, cool. I have seen this same man on my father's fireplace, General Aldous Schmidt. Make a connection. He looks similar to the blacksmith. A relation, perhaps? Ooh.
Aye.
Wow, there's such a wide variety of voices here. Like, none of these voices sound the same. What do you make here?
This is a blacksmith's. What do you think I make? Most weapons, some armors, metal fittings, buckets, chains, and the likes. I'll shoe your horse, but cart work isn't for me. That do you?
Thank you. I wish use of your furnace. You want me to make something? A custom job? No, I want to use the fire myself. Why? What for? I don't even know what I want to use it for. Oh, hey, my pool is back to 5. Why? Does it refresh at the beginning of every day? Convinced. I'll use it. A lover scorned me. I want to melt something they gave me. Well, everything really. They must have cut you deep. I don't let people just use it though. It'll cost you 35 crowns. I have to access my resources and return. You do that. It's going nowhere. Anything else? Damn. I'd like to order some. Oh, that's right. There's something we wanted to make that the fire has to be extremely hot in order to be able to do it. So they're probably saying you have to use the furnace. Like to order something.
That's so.
What can we order? Oh, he's got a crossbow here we could get for 10 crowns. That could be useful. A halberd. Ooh. It kind of doesn't help that we're not being we're not given any information regarding this item, but okay. We could get a helmet, a steel helmet, which would probably be nice. A brazier. Buy for 12 crowns. Why would I want a brazier? It refreshes every day. Apparently, I did not realize that. That's awesome, actually. As I left, Aunt Belle pushed past me and into Jacob's workshop. Uh-oh. Okay.
Of course we should talk.
He stopped speaking as I entered the shop. My Aunt Maribel showed a brief look of worry, then ignored me. Perhaps she did not recognize me after all these years.
I seem to have caught you at a bad time, Jacob. You deal with your customer and we'll catch up again.
The blacksmith looked at me with a fire in his eyes and then back to Belle.
Aye. Later.
This evening. Meet at Weimer's?
He nodded to her.
Young Van Elstrick. You forget something.
Good now. Seriously? Oops. And Ma's nowhere to be found. What's this? Chandler. Candles. Oh, tinderbox and candles. That's interesting.
How may I assist you?
And that's the only thing he has to say. What's Wimmers? Wimmers? I'll meet you at Wimmers tonight. And wait, candle maker, which is where I was. Interesting. Who are you? Emil.
My lord.
Stood attention. Certainly, Lord. Be careful. These slums can't be trusted. What gate is this? Oh, this is the east gate. Okay, interesting. You could probably use the furnace while the two are away. Oh, that's true too. Looks like a fair to me. Blackmail material. I agree. It's a tavern by the docks. I probably didn't search thoroughly enough in this area, now that I think about it. That's Drago, I remember him. What's this? Wait, what was it? Night? Hang. Where am I right now? That's the keep, right? Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Has an anchor above it. Okay. Ooh, what's this? Trap door. Hold on. Let's save first. Oh, maybe I need a tinder. Ignite by placing your combine slot with a tinder box. Well, alrighty then. So much for that. Where's the, here we go, the metal. And, has an anchor above it, and it's by the bridge. So that's where the harbor master is. And it's supposed to be by, oh, is it down over here? Maybe. Fish shop. Harbor Inn. With an anchor above it. Wimmer's Tavern. Locked. Okay. Is it on my map now? No, it's still not on my map. Interesting. They're like, you are not meant to go here. Period. Period. Hardware. What's hardware? Tinderbox, which we just discovered we probably need. So, you know what? We will take the tinderbox. Compass. Why would we need a compass? Why would we need a lockpick for that matter? Bricks. Why would I need that? Scraper. String. All of this is very interesting, but no. Thanks, Mega. What is this? Oh, this is Garnet's Tavern. So these taverns are right next door to each other? That's kind of goofy. Okay. So I need to come back at night and blackmail and find Jacob with my aunt, and that'll give me what I need for blackmailing. I need to go back to the academy because this is a new day. I probably need to do another job, right? I would assume. I wonder how many jobs they have stored up where they're like, hey.
So, what can I do for you, dear cousin?
What work needs doing? Oh, I've already done it? I didn't do work for today. Did I? It's not due yet. Please ask me later. Work at you can only do this once per chapter, but that's not true because I've done this twice this chapter and I'm still on chapter 3, right? I mean, 4. Wait, no. I was on chapter 3 and now I'm in chapter 4. But I don't remember a transition to a new chapter, so that seems odd. All right. Blackmail the blacksmith. Okay, now. So I guess we go ahead and fast forward to evening time. Who's Annie? The pretty redhead woman caught my eyes with hers for a second before hurrying along on her errand. Hello. All right. We will fast forward to evening. Wait, this is hardware. Crap. Now I gotta find that freaking place again. Where was it? Here we go. Women's. So if I go afternoon, evening, night, and then I come in. Oh, still locked. What's going on, Ontario? How are you? Oh, that's the first time I've ever seen a patrol guard. It's kind of cool. Oh, speaking of which, let me make sure. All right, yeah, the city continues to be calm. Damn, I'm -8 on Gentry. Everybody rocks with me except the Gentry. Let's... How am I supposed to get the blackmail stuff if I can't? All right, that doesn't work. I'm a little bit, let's see, let's go to, oh wait. And now it's at morning time, right? Now, let me first and foremost, let's make sure you don't have anything else for me, correct? Let me see. Once per chapter, yeah. So I guess it's good. I just don't remember any sort of transition
you, dear cousin?
From chapter 3 to chapter 4. All right, so yeah, nothing to do today. Cool. Let me consult my journal again. So I could use him to get to the forge. I can go in at night, that's fine. But for the Gravemist ritual, I need to obtain a substance called Devil's Wood. I should make some inquiries. Oh, I couldn't, didn't they say something about I could go to the apothecary? Let's go to the apothecary and see if she'll tell me something. What manner of things do you sell?
This is an apothec. Whatever malady strikes
we talked
you,
about this.
I can
that
whisk up a
ilk.
tonic to soothe your pain.
I'm trying to understand my father's death. Did you hear anything suspicious? Uh-oh. Whoops. You're right. Why would I go around asking such things? Why would I go around trying to make sure everything's on the up and up with my father's murder? All right. My bad. Do that. Do that. Good, man. Hope you're well too. I got no complaints, dude. No complaints whatsoever. Actually, let me look at her wares first. So you've got burn salve, you got lavender, you got mistletoe, you got jars, pestle and mortar, linen bag I could have got, mushroom of Rolston. What does that mean? Wart remover, love potion, ooh, insect repellent. You know what? I kind of want to buy this and find out what it is for. A book about the mushrooms of the region. Okay. Can be identified by its large red flesh and spots, grows near trees. Maybe that'll come into play some point down the line. All right, now, I seek knowledge of a substance called devil's wood. That is not something I have encountered. You could try to retired herbalist or wise woman. Also, her healing is failing. I advise you talk to her grandson first. Do you know him? She hesitated. Or perhaps Halen Gobic. Hesitated on that. All right, fine. So then the new herbalist might know something as well. So let's try Halen's out. Did you open up your damn store yet? Or you still being a lazy bum?
What?
Disrespectful as you are. You know what devil's wood is? What? No. Are you sure? He sighed then, a tired look on his face. Look, maybe Fit knows about it, the young forester. He knows about all the types of trees around here. Outside his trust decreased. At that name I was momentarily speechless. Fit was rumored to be my father's illegitimate son, although we had never met. So he became a forester? Fit, do you know where I might find him? Psst, the tavern near the docks, Wimmer's place more than likely, when he's in town. I decided to leave it at that for now. So, but I can't get into the tavern. Here, we come down here. And then, it's over here, right? So I took such a negative. Yeah, apparently this is not how I'm supposed to do it. I'm so confused. There's a way. This feels kind of whack. It feels like there's a very, very specific way they want you to find out this information. And if you don't do that specific way, you're just going to be repeatedly punished. And that's so odd to me. That seems counter to the way this game has worked up until now. Let's see. Dietrich's house. Okay. Talk to him. His grandmother's available. Back already. Well, it is the next day. What you mean back already? Let's see. How's your health been? Still got the old herbalism kit? Yep. Do you know why he tended to my father's remains? Can't say I do. Could be Gervais wanted it done quick before those Shroud could get their hands on your father. And Henley isn't want to turn down work. Not with all that money tossed away on dice. Luck's always done right by me. Of course, there ain't no stopping old age entirely. At least there shouldn't be. Interesting. That takes off the fun in forging your own path. I'm kind of feeling that way, Akashima, but I'm not sure yet if I might be missing something. Well, so we'll see. I steer the conversation towards the ingredients. Want to count strange bark. Must be dangerous. I was only interested in learning. There are better things to learn, dear. What am I supposed to do? Turn and turns this. So what about this? There's something about my father's death that does not sit well. Don't expect the parent's death to ever sit well, or a child's for that matter. I found her second comment odd, not being sure what she referred to. Diedrich looked away from his grandmother, no doubt pulled into some reminiscences of his own parents' premature departure from our world. But do you suspect foul play, or if you're part of my bluntness and overindulgence of some herb? I cannot say, but the speed of his burial and the tenor of those I've spoken to since, I believe there's more going on. But if those are your reasons, what is it you're looking for? Let's just ask directly. I want to learn more about Devil's Wood. Goodness, child, what possible? Where did you learn of something so macabre? Quite sinister name. Helped you drop this inquiry. Yep. Yeah, none of this helps me. None of this helps me. Okay, so yeah, I did that conversation the way I'm supposed to, and I'm still not getting anything. There's something I'm not considering. Okay, what do we know? Who are the people who are supposed to be able to help me? Grandmother, who was the old herbalist, she won't help me. She just tells me that the shroud has the wood, but she won't tell me where I'm supposed to meet the shroud. Then there's the new herbalist. The new herbalist says that I could get it from a tree guy who hangs out at a bar that currently I have no access to. Speaking of which, the blacksmith wants to go to that same tavern, but again, there's no access to it. It almost feels like I'm not meant to do this stuff in this chapter, which is kind of odd. Then there's the apothecary person who directed me back towards the grandmother. I spoke with the headmaster at the academy. He said he knows nothing about it. I did not speak with anybody at the cathedral. So let's see if someone at the cathedral might be able to help me. Boom, boom. And you gotta have a tree guy. And let me look around. The wheelwright, there's no reason to believe he would know anything about it. I don't think the Undertaker should know anything about it, but let's just check with him to be sure. Irving, any new conversation options? Nope. No new convo options with him. Now let's check the cathedral. Enter into here. I mean, asking a priest about Devil's Wood is probably not a particularly good idea, but we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. Nope. Nothing.
My child.
Not my time is yours to take. Again, my condolences. Yeah. The cattle stuff is for a later chapter. I figured as much. Okay. Christian Pfeiffer.
Yes, child.
Is that? Yeah, that's the lady I talked to before. All right. Yep, she can't tell me anything. Now, what about this guy at the top, though?
Yes?
Nope. Looks like he can't help me either. So the cathedral is useless. And I'm looking for the shroud. Whoops. I was supposed to go up, I think. Yeah, I don't feel like this quest is being properly explained. But that's fine. All right, you all. I am getting hungry, so I think I'm going to go ahead and stop it here. I probably am going to jump back on later tonight, but I think this will probably be my last Necromancer's Tale stream. I'll probably finish the rest of the game on my own, and we'll move on to Neverwinter Nights 2, because it does seem like multiple people in the community are excited about that game. What am I looking for? Oh. Graveness. When I come back, I'm gonna have to figure out how to find that. So yeah, I'll be on either tonight or definitely tomorrow evening, and we will start on Neverwinter Nights 2. And my intention is, if we end up enjoying it, I'll probably end up doing a full playthrough of that, because I do definitely want to check out Mask of the Betrayer. You all keep telling me that Mask of the Betrayer is one of the best DLCs that you've ever played. So I do hope to be able to experience that content, but I only have so much time to be able to spend on Neverwinter Nights, though, because we absolutely have to finish Outer Worlds before Outer Worlds 2 comes out. So if I feel like it's taking too long, we might end up cutting in and out, but we'll see. Regardless, definitely enjoyed my time with Necromancer's Tale. For those of you who have decided to purchase the game, I hope you enjoy it. My intention is to finish the game on my own, and then eventually I will do a full review on it to give the game more exposure also. So I'm going to grab myself something to eat, chill with my family for a while, and then again, I'll probably be on later on tonight. Hope all of you enjoy this stream, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Yep, take care, Emerick. Have a good one then, Spirit. Looking forward to it, Brian. No problem, 3, and I'm sure we'll still be playing it next Friday. Yep, anytime, Darmo. Appreciate you stopping through.